What is happening here? You just playing music for your audience? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm waiting for people to get in. If we just start
Okay.
right away, it's like
I was
2 people
wondering.
are here.
No, I got you. Okay.
Give it another minute and then we'll go.
I apologize. I didn't mean to
Oh.
question you.
All good. All good. What is going on here? What's up, Gio?
Okay, we can talk. By the way, that is exactly GoldenEye. Kyle nailed that. It's exactly what that was. A GoldenEye music.
Classic.
I like it.
Have you seen Mama Break's new? I saw this last night, and I'm just like, so how does this work? Is this a deal with Fanatics, with WWE? Is she getting product? I know you don't know for sure, but I figure it's a good way to start.
I mean, she gets product. Yeah, she breaks on Fanatics. I think she breaks on eBay. Yeah, she's awesome. Stephanie's great.
How does this partnership work? Is it free product that she's getting? Does she pay for the? Obviously, you don't know, but I mean, everyone's wondering. I'm wondering.
I don't even know what we're talking. I'm sorry. What is the story? Like she ripped product with a wrestler, or what's the?
She
She's a
clearly had. I looked at other breaking IGs.
Okay.
And no one else had a deal like this. I mean, she dressed as one of the wrestlers. They reacted as wrestlers.
Well, she does that with every product. She gets dressed up. She plays the part. Like she's great at marketing. She does that for every product, Star Wars, whatever it is. But I'm sure she pays for her product. Yeah, just like the rest of us.
So you would say that, I don't know, it's easy to get, all breakers pay for their product.
I do. I mean, they do some marketing deals, I'm sure. Like if I go to an event, or if she goes to an event, or one of the big breakers goes to an event, yeah, they may say, "Hey, here's a free, 5 boxes to give out as you're breaking 20 cases." But yeah, no one's just getting free
Like
product.
when you hear free case, when someone's giving away a free case, is that on their? It's hard for me to believe, or I'd assume some of the audience believes that's not on their dime.
No, it usually is. I mean, we just marketed everything else. It's regular,
and
it's
you
like
could still make enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if we're doing 20 to 50 cases in release week, then yeah, throw an extra case. You get a ton of new eyes. Yep. She markets herself better than anybody, though.
Are you and Jesse gonna Andre the Giant and Doink?
Which one would I be? Yeah, I don't get into it as much. I mean, she's super enthusiastic about it. I mean, it's not my style, but Stephanie's great. Like she's been doing this for years, quit a full-time job teaching. Like, yeah.
Does it feel, I don't know if it is or not, I'm asking. Is there any sense of conflict of interest while the person's breaking it and also like doing stuff with Fanatics? And is that just how it goes? You guys are symbiotic?
What's the conflict?
Well, I mean, she sells the product. Do the blackjack dealers go do like parties with the Win owners? I mean, I don't, it just seems like, I don't know. I look at it and feels fishy.
We're starting with a real stretch. I'm not going to change your mind about anything. I learned that after last time. This is a real stretch. She's marketing herself to make sure she can sell stuff. What's the issue?
Well, sometimes marketing seems a bit. The marketing campaign seems like a bit of a stretch. This is Dan the Cardman wanted me to send this to you.
Dude, I just met these two dudes. That's why I bought the Burrow RPA.
Who are they?
So just guys who reached out on Instagram. Dude on the right,
they just happen to be giant.
Yeah, I've never met him before. They said, "Hey, we got a huge card. We got to it's a Burrow RPA, NT-RPA. I was going to buy it for a lot of money." I said, "Hey, why don't you guys just drive out? Like we'll just meet up." They met me at Shep's, my local shop. That dude on the right is a pro ball player in China. Averaged 20. I got his card. He averaged
ball player, baseball, basketball. Okay.
Yeah, averaged 26 points last season. Dude they're both like 6'7", 6'8", a foot taller than me. It was wild. Awesome guys.
By the way, if you want to call in, the link is starred or it's in the comments. So anyways, we're love to take callers. Yeah. I also reached out to SCV Sports Cards. This was his. He says, let's see if I can get to it.
To who? Say it again. I'm sorry. I got to turn my volume up.
I'm gonna do this real quick. We're not gonna spend too much time on this. I was hoping, damn, the car man's busy like with an 8-hour tattoo right now, or else, I was hoping he would call in. And then SCV Sports Car just says he's drunk. He's out right now. He's got nothing to say positively. Corruption, greed, playing games. You're all the way on the opposite side of that end.
I guess I'm not drunk. Yeah, I'm not playing games. Who is this?
Oh, really? You
SCV.
don't know SCV Sports Cards?
I'm sure I. Oh, is this the cigar kid?
Chalkboard guy, whiteboard guy? Yeah.
Yeah. The guy you're in love with. I saw your little
In
love fest
love
with
is
him. Oh,
strong. In love.
the most pathetic. By the way, if anybody else ever
Came
did
off
an
smart
interview,
for 23.
if
Sorry, go ahead.
anybody else came out with an interview that soft and sugar coated, where you would
Oh,
just love
what?
it on, you would rip
No
them
way.
apart. That's how I know you're a cow. Oh my!
I mean, we have a lot of the same thoughts.
A lot of the same thoughts. You rubbed his tummy for 30 minutes. Oh, that was pathetic. Oh, you know that was. Stop it.
My God. Oh, listen to some of your interviews. Look who's talking.
Please, any interview. You listen to the Ruben and Mahan interview. Bigger names than you've ever talked to. Did I rub their bellies like that?
I thought why did not rub his belly? I didn't rub his belly.
Open the bathrobe and shine up the belly. Oh, that was a sorry piece of content. Please.
Somebody call and give Gio the smoke. Gio, is a breaker table just the same as a blackjack table, but with worse odds? What is up with these tables?
Oh, that's the one at Cards HQ. Yeah, I'd never seen that before, and they actually. I went in there after the Atlanta conference. They literally just live streamed that the whole time. So anybody who sits there goes on their YouTube, which is kind of cool for kids and stuff. I sat there and just ripped my boxes. Yeah, I didn't need the poker table.
You can sit there.
Anybody who walks in can sit there. If you buy a box, they let you just sit there and rip. It's kind of cool. And they have bleachers right in front of it. Like 10 or 20 people could sit at if they're ripping something cool.
All right. So let's get you to go. What's the big? What if you could change one thing in the hobby? One thing in the hobby that bugs you.
One thing in the hobby that bugs me. I mean, there's a lot, right? I try not to sugarcoat everything. I think there's a lot of. I mean, let's stick on the topic of breakers. I think there's a lot of terrible, terrible breakers. Absolutely. Like as a breaker, I get more offended than you do by these people. The hacks that overcharge and hype up crap and make breaks difficult to understand. Like, hey, we're doing this, torpedo repack and 7 boxes of this and 47 boxes of that. And it's a random state break and all this other nonsense. So you can't afford it. Or so rather, so you can afford it, but you get murdered. I would change that in a heartbeat.
What about, that's interesting because I look at breaking. The only thing, I don't go to break. So the only insight I have is the marketing and the way it's marketed. And some marketing I like, some marketing I don't like.
What marketing do you like in breaking?
Something that's not so over the top, something that's not flashy, something that's not, look what I'm going to rip, look how much money. If you have a more, I'm guessing that's not how you market your stuff. I don't know. I mean,
you've never seen anything from me like that ever.
Yeah. That's right.
I don't market. But again, I like to be reasonable with this. I'm spoiled. I've been doing this for 10 years, 12 years. I have a huge audience. I don't have to do that. But if you're a new guy getting in the game and you need to, I understand it. Like, hey, you got to do something to stand out.
Hold on. So, I mean, you're doing new product. The biggest gripe I have with new product, because it gets overshadowed. It's not the easy target. There's so many other easy targets. Is the manufacturing is out of control. The print runs, the serial numbers, the competition. And that's maybe I could appreciate the Wemby year rookie card, but I can't because there's just so much of it. And so that doesn't bother you. Where's that?
Oh, absolutely. I haven't ripped any unlicensed basketball almost ever. Like, I think unlicensed basketball is absolutely terrible right now. We're going to get licensed stuff in October, but yeah, unlicensed basketball so far has been a brutal rip and we've stayed away from almost all of it. 1000% agree. Okay. The overprinting of stuff. Here's my pushback there.
Bugs me.
Okay. You say that if they printed way less, the price would skyrocket or you wouldn't be able to find it.
But at least it's true value. At least there's some value. It wouldn't skyrocket. It'd be some way. I don't think it would skyrocket.
I think you're absolutely supply and demand. If
24,000 Wemby rookie cards. How about we make it 12? So for whatever, it goes from $80 to $150 fair. I mean,
I don't want doubled. We can't say fair. If you just said, okay, it goes from 80 to 150. If things doubled because of that,
not
is that
everything
good or bad?
Double.
Okay, maybe. I don't want stuff overly printed. I want to make sure there's some, but there's some stuff I want printed
plus
out of control. 100%.
Okay, all right. Because in the future, there's just in 10 years, 20 years, when they're not new, there's just way too much of it when you go backwards. I hope that, like, fine, right now, Wemby, and sure, maybe it affects the price now, but it's only a long-term fail. The price, it just,
Maybe. Yeah, a long-term fail. Do I think the value sustained for a lot of these people? No. But I don't think they totally go to zero either. Like, I think there's a lot of stuff that will stay relevant because there's a ton of people in the hobby now. So yeah, again, in a perfect world for me, stuff like Topps Chrome baseball, they print the Topps paper, print the crap out of 5 or 6 SKUs a year, so that there's always stuff on the shelf. People can always get it for a very affordable price. A bunch of other stuff, make it very limited so it holds value. I think there's a middle ground there.
I heard a little of your take on the $13 million sale.
Yep.
And it's somewhat like the others, more eyeballs, more this. The big guy saying this, it'll attract big money. So these are just some red flags. I hope that I could bounce off you and get your
Please.
opinion. All right. So the first one is, it was very fishy that, like, it sold for so close to it felt like it wanted to break the record, which
I could see that point. Fine. If you told me that's exactly what happened, I wouldn't doubt it. If it had nothing to do with that, I wouldn't doubt that either. But no problem. Fine. These are billionaires who are egomaniacs. Yeah, I totally would buy that. Sure. No factual evidence to prove it, but I'm not going to sit here and defend it. I don't care. Yeah.
Do you think the card's overpriced?
100%. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to Adam Gray, who I consider an expert on anything high-end basketball, much more so than myself. I thought the card was going to go for 5 to 7 million. Realistically, if that went to the market again, I don't think that gets anywhere near that without Kevin O'Leary buying it. So no.
How about, speaking of Kevin O'Leary, I mean, when I heard the buyers, the more I sat on that, the more I hear that they have a finance
syndicate, right? Is that the word?
I mean, that's fishy too, right? I was Shine 150.
Again, my question there is why?
Well, yeah, he has a lot of money. I think they actually team up on it. They have a lot of money in that type of basketball product.
They do? What else do they have?
Lots of, I mean, they have a $3.2 million into that Luka, one of, the rookie patch auto. They have a Kobe, Jordan, LeBron logo, man, that's 1.8 million. Probably a lot.
Okay. So the
Any
thinking is
take on the buyers?
Yeah, I mean, I know Shine has a criminal record. Like, I don't think that's any secret. I don't know what he went to jail for, but I know he's got a pretty extensive criminal record. I don't know anything other than that about the guy. And Kevin O'Leary, I know from Shark Tank. That is the entirety of my knowledge.
71.
71 what?
Years old.
O'Leary?
Yeah.
Looks great for... Is he really?
Yeah.
That dude doesn't look... Dude, I thought he was like in his mid-50s. Great.
I think he's getting shine by shine. We just got someone calling in. Do you want to...
Sure.
All right. Ziggy, just don't do anything to get yourself banned or anything. I want to talk to you so bad. So let's put you on. I'll wait till
he's chill. He's not going to...
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. We go back and forth in the messages and comments. You don't want your face, Ziggy? You want me to just add you to the stage? All right, I'm going to add him.
Hey, guys.
Look at that picture. Very professional. Wow.
Pulled up the LinkedIn. Hey, I just wanted to go on the comments you made, Gio, about the gambling side of the breaking world. What would you do to fix that? How would you change that?
I didn't say anything about gambling tonight.
Well, I
mean,
at all. You talked about, not the gambling, but I guess we're talking about, how'd you word it? You don't like, what did you say you don't like about the breaking? All the bad breakers,
scummy breakers who make their breaks too confusing.
Not a fan of the wheel, correct, right? I'm not a fan of the wheel either.
I don't mind the wheel. I have no issue with that, as long as I know what I'm actually buying into. Yeah.
So what would you do to change that then? What improvements would you make, I guess, in breaking? Right? There's bad breakers out there. What would you do to fix it, I guess? I got some ideas myself, but I thought I'd ask you first.
Yeah, I mean, so for me, I think it comes down to platform and distributors or manufacturers. Those are the only two people I think have any actual power to change anything. If Whatnot came out and said, hey, if you do X, Y, or Z, these type of predatory practices, we're going to ban you, people would stop doing that stuff. Or if Topps or Panini said, hey, if you continue to do this, we're going to cut off your distribution. If you threaten people's wallet, they will change.
Well, I think the challenge of that, though, there's too much breaking going off platform. There's too much Facebook break. Like, I think 50% of breaking is not direct from the manufacturers. And those guys don't adhere to anything, right? They do whatever they want to do.
100%.
Community, Instagram community.
Yep.
So I don't know how you, like, for example, things that I would recommend is I think there should be breaking transparency and what you're paying for, right? As you're spinning of that wheel and as the amount goes up, hey, this case you're paying into, the total value of the brake now is $3,000 for a product that's priced at $3,000. You see that. Trace, it's kind of like seeing how many calories you're consuming. How much are you spending on the brake? How much?
I'm loving this. Go
yeah,
Ziggy.
Just to be clear, Ziggy, and you've probably seen us do this on big release products. That's why we murder on release days. I tell them very direct, hey, our PYT on Topps Chrome Hobby is, let's make up a number, 2,800. If we do a live fill, I keep people updated to the total price. Hey guys, anything over 2,800, I'll split with you. I'm making extra money for my time, just to be clear. But we also, dude, we've had single breaks go $1,000 over. Cool. Let's give away $500 worth of stuff after. I don't. Here's the thing. I'm all about transparency because I already tell you. Up until I got in trouble for doing it, we had a weekly segment where I just told people the cost of the product ahead of time. Here's allocated costs, so you have an idea. This is what we're selling it for. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. I'm a big advocate for when you go on. Well, I was going to say, hang on a second, because I'm a big advocate too. When you go onto these platforms, I would love to see like a Sports Center type thing where you log on. If you click a product, here's the 40 breakers selling it, and here's the price breakdown. Have everybody's pricing out in the open. That will never happen, but I would be all for it.
I agree. I think price transparency is the key thing. I think I'm worried about the platforms having too much control, but it is what it is.
But somebody's got to have control, because you asked who's going to change it. If it's not the platforms, who is it?
Well, I see that. Here's my point to this. People complain about breaking. I don't know how you fix it. Okay. Everybody, the breakers are making too much money. That's not necessarily true. There are certain breakers who make a lot of money. I know lots of breakers who are making it through because they're giving their margin away because they really enjoy the product, whatever it might be. So I'm looking at ways, how can we improve it? I mentioned to you at the National about the idea of a breakers association. I've talked to other breakers, and people love that and hate that idea. I don't think that will happen.
I like the idea, but realistically, man, what big name breakers?
I want to chime in at some point.
Yeah, dude, it's your show. Please cut us off.
No, real quick. I think that it's my take on it, and I thought diving into the numbers was really interesting. I'd love to do that at some point, but it's going to take care of itself. Some point, smaller breakers aren't going to be able to compete with Mamba breaks, filth bombs, sports card nonsense. I don't know what your breaking is, but we're still in I wouldn't say infancy stage, but it's going to keep evolving. And I just find it hard for a lot of these other smaller. It already is hard for some of them to compete. I would assume you guys. It sounds like you guys both know way more about it than me, or it's your world. But anyways, that's why I want to chime in with.
I've been saying that for a long time too, though. But you've had people for forever who don't have direct distribution that do really, really well and make a lot of money. They repack. They buy off blowout. They have smaller margins, but they still make it happen. So
how long has repacks been? 2 years now, 3 years, a year.
The last 3 or 4 years, it's really taken off. I mean, we were doing repacks 10 years ago, but it was a case at a time, and here's the 10 cards you're going to get.
Let me say a couple of things. So the nice thing that's changed in repacks in the last few years is you've seen repacks now become more third party, or the appearance of third party making them, where they're coming sealed in a brand. So you assume that it's not being made by the same guy who's breaking it. Before that, it was an envelope that was made by the same guy in his kitchen, right? It was very clearly the same thing. So that is one improvement I've seen in the repacking market. Not a fan.
Just to be clear, hey Ziggy, real fast, I actually think that's one of the worst things that's happened for simply because now it has, like you use the term, the appearance of a third party. I worry because I think a lot of people off the street come in and see that and like, oh, it's a sealed product from one of the distributors, when it's really the same guy making it. They're putting a little bit of money into packaging.
I don't disagree. And that's something I'd say there too that could have some regulatory / association, like, hey, this repack has been verified to come from a third party versus, hey, this repack's come from the same guy who broke it. That's something. First of all, let me ask some of the comments.
Yeah, get to the comments.
Chiming in, mentioning that mystery packs are a waste of money. I don't think it's sustainable. You're saying it's been 3 years. I think once you play mystery packs, you get off mystery packs. That's, at least from how about your experience? I thought,
I thought that too, but I listened to Chris Sewell give a great example of this. And Chris Sewell, baseball card collector, investor, dealer guy, right? Mm-hmm. He said people like the randomness of buying something that they don't know and being excited for what they get. So you might have a guy walk up to a case and he sees a bunch of vintage cards and he's got $100. He's not going to know which one to buy. But if he spends $100 on a vintage pack and he pulls something, he might feel excited. Hey, this is pulled at this event. My friend was a Yankee fan. It's a weird thing, dude. I can't explain it because personally, I don't like repacks, right? And I'll say this too. It's a logical versus emotional decision. Buying a repack is emotional. It's not logical. You know you're getting beat.
What
Go
about
ahead, sir.
you paid $300 for a mystery pack and you end up getting $120? It's the exact opposite feeling. Oh my God, what a fool I am.
But that's not
I've
what
been
people are
there.
buying stuff for, dude. Again, you're looking at this. You're looking at it logically. People don't go into a movie going, "I got better get $30 of value out of this movie." They don't open a box going, "I better get the value of this box back." Only people who are in the
Some
hobby
people.
think that way.
Yeah,
Nobody
but
new to this hobby opens a hobby box when they're new to the hobby and thinks to themselves, "I'm going to get back. How much is this
But
box?"
when they get burned, my point is when you get in, my brother did this. He wanted to flirt with it. He got in, he got burned, and he doesn't want to buy any more boxes.
yeah,
The
but hey,
burn-
hey, your brother though is a prime example because we've talked about this before. He's a gambling addict, you said publicly last time. Dude, there's a reason casinos don't go out of business in general. People know they're going to get there and the house always wins. They still want to chase the. By the way, I'm not advocating for this. I wish there was a way to get rid of some of it. But if the general public wants it, just because I don't like it and you don't like it, so what? I also don't go to casinos, by the way. Who cares? They're doing just fine without me. So that's always my pushback here. They're going to go away. Why? People chasing the thrill. Has the lottery gone away? How many people you know have made money on the lottery?
The prices of the cards often fall. I mean, you get rid of it. The strategy
Dude,
is
a
to pull something,
lottery,
get rid
you
of it, and
leave
then the
with
price.
nothing. The casino,
Yeah,
you leave with
Jesus.
nothing. It is
Well,
the
same with
feeling.
80% of the guys playing in the break.
I don't disagree, but again, I'm saying you have hundreds of years of
you
establishment of gambling with casinos, with lottery, with
So
all
are
these
you guys
things.
gambling? Is it gambling?
If you do it like that, it certainly can be. Sure.
I'm a
Okay.
risk taker by nature. I work for startups is my career. Okay, does that make me a gambler or a professional in IPOs? Right? I'm definitely like risk. I look at numbers, but I enjoy the rush. I know someone else came over. Let me just also go back to your comment breakers. Becoming a breaker is still one of the most successful ways to get in the hobby and pay for your hobby. You can get in the hobby today. If you're a fan of the Yankees, you can start buying Yankee products, keep the Yankees, or for yourself, sell off product. There's so many ways people are getting into breaking. So it's still accessible. It's not about allocation. It's about hustle. It's about love. It's about passion. I'm a big fan, big advocate of breaking. So, and that's one thing I'll leave with. If you have complaints about breaking, look at the other side. The other side is these big box breakers. These big box stores will sit on the product, right? Breaking distributes, goes through the product, shows the product. It's better than it's ever been before, in my opinion. I'm gonna go ahead and drop off.
I just don't like the product. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry, guys. I appreciate you letting me dial in. I appreciate you listening. Gio, big fan. Professor, critic, and fan. Thank you, guys.
Have a good night, Ziggy.
By the way, bargain boxer, I'm 5 feet tall, not 4. How dare you?
Also, we'll welcome Collector Charles. What's up, Collector?
How's it going, guys?
Charles, what's up, man?
All right, so I'm going to glaze sports card nonsense for a second. It's one of the primary reasons I'm back in the hobby. I love the concept of just showing your nonsense, your cards, that kind of thing, because it's what most of the cards are, is nonsense. So I post on there about 2 or 3 times a day, sometimes depending on if I rip or not. So shout out to Gio. It's nice to put a face to the name and stuff, so that's cool. And Professor's the other person that keeps me going because he's just the most cantankerous person ever, but he's right about the vast majority of stuff that's going on.
It's a great word.
But the question is, what is the biggest misconception in the hobby? I'll ask you both this question. What's the biggest misconception in the hobby right now that everyone's kind of going nuts over or overreacting about, but it's not really that big a deal and it doesn't really affect the hobby hardly at all?
Gio, you take it first.
I always go back to the same thing. Like the biggest misconception is the hobby is ruined because fill in the blank. I always just laugh. Like the same guys that have been saying that, I just look and I've been doing it for 10 years full time and for 5 before that as a part time. Nothing's ruined. Things have changed. People have been priced out. Certain things have changed dramatically, but the hobby is not ruined. So for me, that's always my biggest thing.
For me, it would be it's silly to think this card's $3 million. He has to. What matters in sports cards is the players. And maybe you can argue that, hey, no, it's going to be now we're going to be attached to certain designs, certain this, but I don't buy that. If you're not a champion 5 times over, 3 times over, in the long run, the card is kaput. And that's what bothers me so much is people are so in it for the now, pull it now, get it now. And in the long term, unless 2% of the players, I mean, like realistically, 2% will hold value long term. It's not going to matter if it's on a green back or a refractor or out of 5. And so that's my biggest misconception is, pulling a Zach Eady patch auto. Sure, it's cool. Is it going to have value in the long term? No, it's something to flip to make a little money now. Yes. So it's going to end up with a lot of garbage. How about you, Collector Charles? What would be your answer to your own question?
That the sky is falling just because certain people are doing certain things, like Cards HQ. Okay, Jeff Wilson is who he is. I do research on everyone I'm a fan of, just so I'm not a fan of someone. Oh, by the way, they were on a sex offender list or something crazy like that. So I always do my research. I don't want to be that guy.
We know who
It's
you're
like, oh,
referring to.
right. I love Gary Glitter, right? Or I did until I found out he was a pedo. It
I
is
don't
what
know
it
what.
is.
I don't know who he is either,
I
but
don't know
keep
what
going.
Gary
that
Keep
Glitter.
I don't want to. I'm good.
So
Just,
the
just
song
push.
you hear.
No, just push
the
through,
song,
please.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah.
I'm pushing through. The
God.
song you hear at the game sometimes, the da 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 da, hey da 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 da.
Yep.
That's him. I don't like the song anymore because of that. But
Oh, it's a
anyway,
great song.
I digress.
How dare you?
I
That's
know.
a phenomenal
I
song.
know. I know, but it was, Anyway, Jeff Wilson, he's harmless in that he's just a carnival barker. He's trying to be Barnum and Bailey. He's trying to hype his content. He's not really doing irreparable harm to the hobby other than just bullshitting.
See, I did see Charles. I will disagree with you.
And
there.
I'm going to disagree after him.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. I would say he is the most easily, he is the most popular landing spot for content in the hobby. If you come off the street in general, I think he is the first person you'll hear. Out of 100 people, I think 60 people will find him first. I think it's harmful when you have people who it's all buy, sell, and everything's rainbows and butterflies. And granted, Jay is a whack job, cantankerous opinion about everything. Everything's terrible. Jeff, some of the stuff he said, I think it is harmful. Hey, this stuff is great. Look at this. If you hype everything up, I think that does have can have a long-term bad effect on people.
And
what
I have
specifically does he do that actually? What specific in particular?
Sure. Yeah. I'll give you some specifics really quick, like that PSA repack that just came out. Now, granted, there were some mistakes in it. There's always mistakes in repacks. I don't mind. But you can't come out. Everything's about integrity, transparency, value of cards, and then literally have to make a retraction video because, the thing we just hyped up as, again, is that a one-off? Sure. But for years, he's been hey, these are the best buys. These are the best sells. If you look at there's a reason I don't talk about buying and selling, because I know if I say it, people will do it also, right? Like I'm not trying to be cocky about it. That is a realistic thing. If you hear somebody with a big microphone, hey, I'm buying this guy. If you talk about that too much, other people will follow you in your footsteps. And if these people are coming off the street and don't know any better, and you're following someone who I think has a terrible track record there, it's tough. Like I think that can hurt people. That lack of transparency to me is tough.
I have a story firsthand when I went to the National. I waited in line to talk to Brian Gray. He emailed me to be on the podcast. He's never gotten back to me. He reached out to me, but I waited. I want to shake his hand. And so in the line in front of me was a mom, a dad, and a son, 14 years old. Dude looked like he was 18, plays quarterback. He's a pitcher, and he's getting into the hobby. He has a nice Justin Jefferson rookie card. He has his Packer wide receiver rookie card, fancy stuff between $100 to $500. Who he watches is Jeff Wilson and Card Collector too. And I mean, this is firsthand. It's just that I just think their advice, the way they present things, that's not fair to this kid that's getting in. And when they were in front of me, when he got up to Brian Gray after waiting 30, 40 minutes, Brian Gray didn't want any of his cards. So that just says something about what they're preaching to collect or what they think. So that's if they gave better advice, if they were more transparent, as Gio said, but I do think that a lot of new and younger people find that stuff first, and they do a disservice to the audience. And I don't know if you have a rebuttal to that, Charles.
Well, my thing is, I researched him and I saw, okay, he got back in the hobby 6 years ago. Okay, so I don't really have anything. I don't respect his opinion enough to go, okay, well, he knows what he's talking about. He's been in the hobby 6 years. He admitted he's been out of it. He collected back in the 80s or 90s like everyone else did. He got in it because he saw his kid pull a Kaboom or a Downtown. I think that's bullshit. I think he got in it because he saw it was a boom. He saw the money coming in. He had some people telling him, hey, you might want to get in on this, Jeff. And you know what? He did it. And he's marketing like crazy. And he's the carnival barker and everything. I don't take anything he says seriously.
You're a grown man.
What you're saying. Yeah, some people, like kids, will see his sons doing stuff like, oh, wow, I can do that too. I can get a $500 Kaboom or a $1,000 Downtown and walk around. That would be insane to me. When I was a kid in the 90s, if I had a $50, back then, a Jordan Gold card would be like $20, $30. If I had that card in a top loader or a one touch, I would be mobbed. Like, I'll give you my magic. I'll give you anything for it. That was back then, and we thought that was a lot of money. Nowadays, having a $1,000 downtown, you just have 1 or 2 cards, you might not even get much of anything for it or get any kind of attention for it. That's toxic. And I think Jeff does promote that a bit much. But everything else I take at face value. I just see him as a carnival barker. I don't take anything he says as gospel. But I do see people that would be influenced enough to do that. That's where the harm would come in, is that they would think.
Hey, Jay, real quick. SCN Breaks, that's my other. Just mod me up in the chat so I can pin comments and stuff.
Oh, do you think I know how to do that?
You are useless. Good God.
Mod you up in the chat. I saw that you just said something in the chat.
I just put Jay just so you could see me.
Yeah, what do I do with that?
I think you should be able to like hold your icon over the name or over the 3 dots and hit like make mod or something like that. You should be able to. I can
star you. I mean, it says delete comment, put user in timeout, or ban Mike Geo.
Put user in timeout.
That wouldn't be the worst thing either. Okay. Yeah, I mean, because there are a couple things in the chat too. And this guy was spouting off the other night about this too. This carddeal.com guy. Everybody's afraid. Nobody talks about him. I'm not sure what else people are supposed to say. He is the most talked about guy in the hobby.
Wait, who is he? Explain. I don't know what's going on.
He said this in your chat the other night too. The carddeal.com. No one talks about him. Everybody's afraid of the guy. Nobody's afraid of him. We all
never heard of him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's talking about Jeff Wilson is the most afraid. We all talk about him all the time when he does something stupid, and we all criticize. He's the most criticized guy in the hobby.
The commenter. Got it.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't get. He was saying it the other night though. Stuff like that drives me nuts. Everybody talks about everybody when they do something stupid. Like, he
does seem like a guy that would lawyer up a lot though, but I don't think he's got that thin of a skin.
Even then though, you can still criticize people. I mean, as long as, there's certain lines you can't cross before it's slanderous or whatever you want to call. But in general, it's not. I mean, I don't know. There's just a stupid comment. Nobody goes after him. Everybody on YouTube goes after the guy every week.
I mean, he has 400,000 subscribers. So when you're the big dog, that happens.
Oh, I'm not. I don't care. I'm just saying nobody.
He gets hammered a lot during his trades too. A lot.
Sure. But that comes with the territory. If you're going to be the biggest voice, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I just mean the thought that nobody goes after him, everybody's afraid. That's stupid. Everybody goes after him. We just spent 10 minutes ripping the guy. So,
Charles, what's your biggest? Excuse me. I don't know if you could change one thing in the hobby. What would it be?
I'm with the other person that was talking too about these breaks. I cannot figure out how the hell to fix these things. It's either you get someone who's just monotone, like Leighton Sports. I'll mention them. I love Leighton Sports, but they don't seem to really be enthusiastic. They only see a card and they're like, "Oh, nice one there, 1 of 1, Shohei Ohtani." I'm like, "That's a big card." Okay, but they're like, "A nice one there." Anyway, Pete Crow Armstrong, 125 autograph. I'm sitting there like, "Oh my God, I got my Grail card. I got the Inception Grail card," and they're just like, "Awesome," and that's it for the break. Okay. That's professional.
Is it burnout? Is it just how they are?
It's professional. They're very clean and professional. They don't have a lot of followers, but they get a lot of high-end people that do a lot of personal breaks and stuff. Like they're breaking $25,000 like suitcase stuff, for people, and they do it and they stream it on YouTube.
Here's my only pushback there, Charles. If those guys actually celebrated a hit, we'd criticize them for doing that too, right?
Well, I mean, there's a difference in, yes, that's awesome. How cool is that versus, sure. There's a middle ground, I think, and we need to find that. And I don't know if it's there yet. I think RGO might be as close to it, but he even gets a little carried away with the squirrels and stuff like that. So it's like as close to it as possible, but it's not there yet. Filthbomb is like on the furthest end of the spectrum, and then he posted something on X. And he's like, "I invented all this. I created all this. I'm the originator of this."
Oh, hang on.
Brag about that.
We got to get to Mike Petty's comment. Mike Petty's another guy who runs his mouth who I've never spoken to, I don't think. He says, "Ask
Mike
Gio."
Petty is a Hall of Fame commenter.
First of all, it's GIO, so he's not that Hall of Fame. Can you ask Gio how he feels about his recent induction to the YouTube Jackass Hall of Fame? Coincidentally, with Jeff Wilson, it's a major award. Rack up the awards, baby. That's what I say. More hardware.
Go deeper into that.
I don't even know what he's talking about, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I was.
You got to play the Shillbilly song at some point too.
Hey, okay.
There you go.
I could push.
How's that for attacking Jeff?
See, like Rocco's another one. I skirt the truth for his own interest. Rocco, join the show and ask anything you want, sweetheart. We don't skirt anything. You may disagree with me, but I'll answer anything you want.
we need let's get some
It's
call-ins.
usually cowards in the chat though that make stupid, vague statements. You could disagree with everything I say.
Beat is perfect.
There's-
Let it shine.
My bad.
There's nothing I won't answer. The professor can tell you that. So, I mean,
Come give them the smoke.
yeah, just again, reach behind you, find a little bit of spinal cord, a little backbone, a little testicular fortitude. Join the show. We
If
don't
you
have
need
to
a
fight,
spot-
but I would like to know what I lie about. So, yeah, I'll
Gio-
talk to anybody. That's I never shy away from that. That's the only, I will tell you that is the only criticism I actually get irritated about. The other stupid stuff I could care less. But when people are like, oh, he won't answer for this. You could say that about any other influencer you want. Jeff will never come on your show. Ryan, a lot of these other guys. I talk to anybody and everybody on any platform. I don't care. Ever.
Would they come on your show?
I would not invite them on my podcast. Absolutely not. I'm not going to give my podcast some.
I've invited them.
Yeah, but they can come over here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant the commenters. Yeah, Jeff has come on the show a couple times. I dislike Jeff, so we have
What's
him
the
on there
vibe?
to argue. It's contentious with me and him, but Jesse's very peaceful. Ryan's always been cool with me. I have no issue with Ryan. I know people don't like his style. I just don't care. I'm trying to think of who else people don't like. We've probably had him on the pod. Yeah.
Pac-Man?
I don't know Pac-Man at all. Never spoken to him.
Pac-Man, bless his heart. I watched one of his breaks or whatever he calls them. He's pulling $10,000 like national packs, and he's just like, oh, I lost $5,000. Win some, you lose some. Like, dude, I would be sick in my stomach. Like,
Exactly. Thank you.
I ripped packs of Cactus Jack packs, not the whole hobby box. I bought packs. I was a little nauseated knowing I didn't get a numbered card out of it.
Yeah.
How is he doing this? I mean, is he making that much off his content?
Maybe he has money outside from the hobby, or maybe he's getting the boxes for free. I don't know, but that's always my pushback there too. It is interesting to me that there's no reaction, but I mean,
his reactions come from hitting the big hits, but it's like, dude, you lost your ass.
Yeah, even that
lost your
too.
whole ass, but you got a nice little Calvin Johnson Hall of Fame card. Okay,
yeah.
cool.
So maybe he has money though. Like I said, if that's the case, who cares? You know what I mean? Like I don't like his content.
Yeah, but
I don't care.
It's perceived as it's not who cares though, because then so many people are never going to play in that world.
Okay, but that's the truth, whether you see it or not. I know there's people a lot richer than me who play in a world I'm never going to be in. So what?
But then it's like what represents it all of a sudden starts to represent.
It's the FOMO
hobby.
effect.
What else? What does he represent? Who in the hobby comes in here who doesn't have a lot of money already and says I'm going to be Pac-Man? Does that really happen?
They want to rip packs and they want to be able
Sure.
to have an unlimited income, but they don't want to be Pac-Man necessarily.
Yeah,
Pac-Man has nothing to lose. I mean, he's making money off it.
You don't know
He
that.
has to be. He
Maybe.
has to be
Come
getting
on.
it from somewhere. That's the thing. It's
What if
somewhere.
he's just
we
an
don't know.
independently wealthy dude who doesn't care if he loses? Just like the same
if
guy
he's
who
Where do you
goes.
take sponsors? What are the? I mean, I would love to know what those kind of sponsors pay. I have no idea. I don't know if you can get
I've
into
never
it.
seen his content. I honestly have never.
Hey,
watched.
let me gaslight
No.
this real quick, guys. What's so good and bad about sponsorships? Go.
Oh, it's bad when you simply take sponsorships for money, but the good is you can afford to do things and build stuff out. Like I tell you, the good. It's good for my family. My wife hasn't had to work in years. I always make that. But again, you say that, and then the comments like, "Oh, this guy's just here for the money or whatever." Of course, it's a job. Yes, I'm here for the money, but there's also sponsorships we simply won't take because we're not aligned with them. There's also sponsorships, by the way, that have gone bad. What is the name of the company in New York that was vaulting really early on? It went out of business. We had a sponsorship with him when it happened. When it ended, we called them on the show, told them we were done with them, and ripped them apart. If you're going to take sponsor money, you have to hold your sponsors accountable.
What about? I think sometimes unaligned is better. I think that it sometimes feels like a conflict of interest. Sometimes your hands are tied now because you have money from Arena Club or you have money from whatnot, and so now you have to.
Thank you, Ziggy.
You got to pump something that's maybe not something you believe in or
Here's
my hot take.
Don't take the sponsorship. We have more sponsored
Funny
content
people do.
because people don't have value. Who cares? If you know it's a shield, then don't listen to them. We take money from a lot of different sponsors. I also stand behind the people we take money from.
Here's my hot take on this. I don't think anybody that's in the hobby that has influence should be taking any kind of sponsorship from either PSA, Beckett, or SGC or any of those.
We have a huge sponsorship from PSA, and I got news for you. If they screw something up, we'll have the president Ryan Hoge on to talk about it publicly. Period.
Well,
and he will do
that's
that.
the case.
And he will do that, by the way, because he pays us.
How
Will
much?
Jeff Wilson do that? No.
No shot. No chance.
How
Absolutely.
much do you get in a deal like that?
PSA, depending on the month. I mean, those usually run 6 months to a year, 4 to 10,000 a month on something like that.
Woo! Woo!
How much do you think Jeff's getting? Or is he getting more or less?
I don't know if he's sponsored by PSA. I have no idea.
Shit.
I mean, he's got to be glazing them quite a bit. I mean, he has to be getting something.
He
He's
may
just
get the
literally-
affiliate. Like I know people make a ton of money with the affiliate stuff.
We're glossing
Like
over the
sports card
headlines. You make 4 to 10 grand a month off that one sponsorship.
And we have a lot of sponsors, and they're not nearly the biggest. We also have a network of people we pay. Absolutely.
I
Have
mean,
you
that
seen
doesn't
Turner
sway your
Selection?
content at all. I mean, if that's like
Ha-
the
okay,
New
give me an
York
example.
Post or
give me an-
Washington or
give
New
me
York
an
Washington
example.
Post.
Yeah, I always tell you this. Then could it sway my? Sure. Give me an example of when it has. When has it been a PSA story we haven't gone after them for?
Well, you just get to be more fluffy with them instead of Beckett, which I don't care. I like them better. But
See, but you're saying that, but it's not. When have we done that?
yesterday,
Yeah. See, yeah. Again, you're just making. So you just if you could give me an example of, hey, you guys pumped up this company and they did something shady and you swept it
okay,
under the
you're
rug,
Mike Geo. It doesn't mean everyone else is like that.
then go after them. I'm just telling you that's
Well,
not
I
how we
have.
operate. And there's a reason though that we've been doing this for 5 years, making a ton of money. That is the reason. And by the way,
is it
Terry,
gonna last? It's
and just to
forever.
be
This
clear,
is forever. You
and
guys have created an economy.
just to be clear, that moron Terry Brown spouts off on our stuff a bunch of fake crap always too.
Call
Didn't-
in, Terry.
Yeah, didn't say a word when they changed their grading standards. It was the title of a podcast, you moron. Of course we did. And then we talked to them about it on air. That's the difference. See, but that's
So,
not a sexy story.
Terry, he called you a moron. Call
He
in.
knows.
Let's
I've
hear
called
it.
Terry far worse. Terry's an idiot. Please, he
So-
knows he is.
Here's the thing, too. All right, I watched another video with Jeff with Nat Turner and his collection. Okay, he's like over PSA, right?
He's the president of Collectors, the ownership. Or he's the CEO of Collectors, the ownership group of PSA.
So how many times do you believe he asked him, so what about your grading standards on these? What's up with that? Like you had this PSA 10 and this card is like a pop 1. He says this is a pop 1, that's a pop 1. How come that would never come up in conversation? So let's talk about your grading standards. How does that work? Just a general question.
Because he's afraid of what the answer would be. Yeah, he doesn't want to ask the question. Okay. We've
they
had
don't
that
do a
on.
lot of that though. No one talked about how shady. No one talked about the buyers of this new card. Everyone just glosses over. It's all good for everybody. It's all the eyeballs. The more big. No one talked about any of the weirdness or oddities with the sale. That's frustrating. I think that's because of sponsorship money.
I also think that's overplayed. There's not a lot of guys getting paid for their sponsor, for their content. There's a lot of guys who have affiliate links and different stuff like that. There's not a ton of guys who have sponsored content or are making money. There's
Big
just not.
guys.
Jeff does for sure. I know
Card
Ryan.
collector.
I believe Ryan has a big deal with Whatnot. Sure. Yep. Yeah, that's frustrating to me.
King
Jeff
of
was-
Cards does too. I'm pretty sure King of Cards does too.
Oh, I hate
Probably.
his. Oh God, he bugs the hell out of me. The whole kid thing because he uses
See, I
every time
love
I'm on
him.
Facebook, it's kid. Oh, it really bugs me because
Yeah, but
it's
if you
free
saw-
advertising. It plays with your heart and emotion. And it's I don't like it at all.
The
Yeah,
reason
here's
why I like it, is because there's so many people in comments saying he's like this with the cameras off too.
Correct. I was just going to say that. Yep.
But he's
known Kyle-
promoting gambling. No, we're all called it
He doesn't-
gambling.
When does he promote gambling?
Well, by giving away those cards now. Ooh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
see,
get
see
in.
again. You're another one, Jay. Though you just do your thing where you throw that out there and then walk
This
away.
is what I think.
When have you ever seen? Okay,
is
so
what
the-
Whoever
happens.
makes
is
base card or
perception
something
by
is not going
watching.
to change anyone's
I'm
life.
not the only guy that rolls my eyes about it.
hey,
I'm
by
not
the way,
the only guy that thinks it's dumb. Like there is a portion of people out there that think it's pandering to an audience, playing with emotional hearts.
yeah, and I'm saying he seems like a pretty genuine guy who, when people
I don't
come up to
know
them,
him.
yeah, and we both do. That's what I just told you. And yet you still have this opinion. Everything with you though is nefarious, no matter what.
Well, it's all a sale. It's all a
Yeah, see,
marketing.
that's
ploy.
what I mean, right? Okay.
It's
Yeah.
a marketing ploy. Why else is he doing giving away free cards out of the genuine of his heart? Because it's on camera.
Speaking
come
of
on,
marketing
come on,
ploy-
that's
We just
BS.
said he does it when the cameras are off, and we've all
Well,
seen that a
okay,
bunch of
because it's
times.
good for business either
Oh,
way.
right. Again, okay, yep.
So
Good.
marketing
he's-
ploy is at Fanatics, right? Chelsea Green. You remember the whole thing with the mask?
Oh
with
God, I
Santiago
love
Sports.
Chelsea Green too.
I do too, but that was as big of a marketing ploy as you get.
Oh, all
That
over
was-
Fanatics.
that
That
was
was all
blatantly off.
Livy Dunn as well. That was all over Fanatics.
Yeah, and Emma Roberts buying a card and giving it to you. I'm like, Emma
Sure,
Roberts.
I don't disagree with any of that. And the guy and like Livy Dunn going and buying the card, sure. But according to Professor, if I'm set up at a show and I have a camera on some of the time, and other times I'm just giving stuff out, which we do at every show we set up at, it just means it's a pump and I'm
Well,
trying to
I
sell
guess
and it's
you
a
make this
marketing.
excuse. I do it when the cameras are not off too. How
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. See,
Stop
that's what I
using
mean.
kids in your
There's no
content.
so
That's
so
it.
I would
Stop
say
using
this.
the kids in your content. Keep the
No,
kids
I use
out.
my kid, dude. If my kid wants to be in my content when he grows up, he'll be in it. And because of some troll on the internet like you doesn't like it, dude, in your world,
The product's gonna fail.
yeah, that's what I mean. You have your little shtick of 3-4
$4
things you
million
read.
shtick. This card sold for
There you
$4
go.
million.
Yep, there you
How
go.
much is this card worth today?
What's
It's
happened
not a
since it's
shtick.
sold?
Look into the numbers.
What has happened since it's sold? He's missed 3 out of the last 4 seasons, the majority of time with injuries. So you
Okay,
leave
so
that out though.
The
This one was-
Brady's the same thing.
sure, and
LeBron's
Brady's
the same
card had
thing.
crashed because you're looking at the post-COVID, immediate COVID bubble pricing. Everybody called it out for what it was.
Tony's also about to win MVP too, so that's going to go either back up or stay steady
Of
too.
course. But see, that's my problem. In Jay's
It's
world,
in the numbers.
there is no
it's
win.
in the numbers.
Right. No winning. So you just
But
say
hold
stuff
on.
like that,
the
and there's
COVID
no winning.
numbers stopped in 2023. I'm coming out with a video tomorrow on this. Like, you're going to
Mhm.
pump Anthony Volpe. I have so many people. Oh, Anthony Volpe auto. Where's Anthony Volpe now? Batting 209. You know what I mean? Like, come on. You're pumping a product that a lot of people lose a lot of money. You sell it right away, and someone that paid $4,000 now is a $40 card. So you're going to tell me that's a long-term product? And he's a bust. There's other CJ Stroud's not a bust. His cards did the same thing. Sorry, I'm getting passionate about it, but it's like
Anthony
no,
Richardson.
man, some of these products are garbage.
Anthony Richardson. Hello. That's
Sure.
Yeah,
Played terrible. No, got benched.
Zion
again.
Williamson.
Wander Franco. Zion,
boy.
another one.
Watching videos from 2 years ago, Wander Franco. Oh my God, we got a Wander Franco.
look
now.
out
Which,
tomorrow-
by the way, you should have been.
tomorrow
He was
morning.
an amazing 20-year-old
Right.
player. Yeah, if he doesn't get in
But-
trouble off the court, off the field, of course.
But see, even guys not Wander Franco, CJ Stroud, Volpe,
Mhm.
Zion. I forget who else I have in there.
People like
Kenny
to chase.
Pickett.
People like to
Oh,
chase the new
gosh.
hot thing. That's never
Kenny
going to
Pickett.
change, and that's not new since COVID.
Will
But
Levis.
unless the car, like, oh my goodness.
and I've
Someone
lost money
said-
on a ton of cards, by the way. People in the chat, I've always won. I've lost money on a ton of stuff. I still do it because I like being in the hobby. I like ripping cards. I like the community we've built.
Let me
It doesn't mean everything I do is going to make money. Sorry.
honest question. Is this somewhere you should put fun money, or is this somewhere you think you should put money to make money?
I think you should do whatever you want with your money. I always say that, and you always have the same retort. Everybody's getting hurt.
Brother, to
Dude.
keep gambling on sports, you know? I mean, that's just not a good. It's not a good proposition.
Okay, then don't do it. If I have a lot of money and want to spend it
He
on
can't
this,
help
what do you think?
himself.
Okay,
Invest in Vantage,
then you
gamble
can-
on
hang
Ultra
on, hang
Mod.
on, hang on. Then don't use your brother as an example. If he can't help
But
himself,
I'm
he
using
shouldn't be in
him
the
as an
hobby.
example to others.
He's
There's
a
others.
gambling
If he's
addict.
one person,
Not everybody
there's
is a
others as
gambling
well.
addict. So then you shouldn't be around anything addictive. It's the first thing they tell you in Gamblers Anonymous. Any addictive activity is dangerous for that
You guys
person.
don't think you're enabling it a bit?
Yeah, see, you're lazy with this take again. Oh,
I'm not
just
the only one to
lazy.
think asking this stuff. I'm not the only person in the world.
All right, so guys, have you heard or has word gotten around the hobby about Collectors MD on a wide basis? Or
Oh
is it
yeah,
been
he's
something-
reached out to me, by the way.
Is that the kid who does the
Yeah.
impression?
No, he wants to help people that are addicted
Oh.
to it. I
They're
don't think
from
he has a
Gamblers
ton of
Anonymous.
following.
Help
They're
him.
from Gamblers
Absolutely.
Anonymous, and they're using that
Great.
concept to do it for
Sure.
collectors.
Hey, by the way, I'm trying to catch up on the comments. There's a bunch of stuff talking about the app. I'm sure they saw the SCR interview. Same thing. We did a 1 hour long podcast about the app. I want to say
What
November will be
app?
2 years. Card Shop Live, my app that went bankrupt. No money was stolen. That's a cute headline that wasn't real. We went bankrupt. I lost the most money. Yes, that happened. We talked about that for an hour. I don't know what you want to. I don't know what you want. What else you want to hear? Go listen to the podcast.
Why haven't we
Nothing-
talked more about the FTX Tom Brady deal?
Hey, thank you, and Kevin O'Leary, and
Kevin
Cryptos
O'Leary.
Logan Paul.
Yeah,
It just so
And by the
happens
way-
they're the same faces of this rise.
we do not want Logan Paul anywhere near this hobby. That will be where that's where we'll start seeing a downturn because he
Yeah,
does
see,
have
Mike
some
Petty,
influence,
Mike
good
Petty,
and bad.
Mike Petty. We rolled $1 million. We raised $1 million. About
You raised $1
300,000 of that
million
was
dollars.
yeah, about 300,000 was my money, Mike, and no money was stolen. You can go back and watch your SCR interview.
What'd you raise this for?
to build the
your-
app.
your
We had a
app,
live
your
selling
app.
app.
God,
Yeah,
sorry,
we ran it for
sorry.
about a year, and then Fanatics Live came out, TikTok Live came out, eBay Live. We got crushed. We almost had that thing acquired, which would have been great. Bankrupt, lost money, gone. Yes.
Charles, you brought up the FTX thing. What's your go ahead? Give a little more into that.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about it, but I know that Mr. Wonderful and Tom Brady went on an FTX and it went completely bust. And I don't think him and Brady are even on speaking terms anymore. I'm not sure about that.
Was that a crypto thing?
Yes,
It was.
Sam Bankman-Fried.
Oh, okay.
Brady was all over it, like during the pandemic, I believe. Maybe I'm off on that.
Ton of
His
money.
face was everywhere on it.
So even there, I guess my question is, like, these guys went and lost a ton of money on that app, right? Or on the investment. I don't even know what it is. I'm sorry.
It wasn't just that they advertised it. So in some of these, like even finance guys on YouTube got a lot for it, or a lot of crap for it, because on finance videos they were saying promoting it, they took a lot of money for it, and then it ended up being a big scheme. Or
was it an actual scheme, or did it just go to zero?
Nah, he was spending the money. He was
okay.
taking all the money and being crazy with it.
That was the
He's
perception.
in jail now.
Okay. Oh, we see. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. So yeah, so clearly there was criminal activity. Okay. Do you think Tom Brady's a criminal in the hobby right now?
No, I think but I also think he has his hands in a lot. I think he's
no question
broadcasting. Yep. He's a Raider owner, and he doesn't really know. Is same thing with Kevin Miller's 71. I hate to bring up age, but it's just easy. I love the shine is shining him on. Like I think they're just easily manipulated into money.
My hot take is I think Shine didn't have enough money to buy the card, and he got Mr. Wonderful to help him out and another person, so he could have the card.
And I think they've gone in on big cards prior. It's not the first time.
It's just not been as public.
Yeah, they've been doing it. Like Mr. Wonderful said, he got in 3 years ago. All those deals have been with Shine. I would almost guarantee that Luka, that's $3 million.
He's been bankrolling the big cards.
Oh yeah, he's been doing it for a while, and it's a lot of that NBA stuff.
Sure. Yeah, like and just to Volcanics in the chat, he said this the other night too. In my video, I said all rich guys don't lose money. They do, but guess what? They're still 1,000 times richer than almost anybody on the planet today. Like Mr.
For everything
Wonderful,
that loses money, they make money in like 2 or 3 other things.
Well, I'm just gonna say, like Mr. Wonderful lost a lot of money, yes, but he's obviously made a ton of money and isn't.
But he promoted a bad product.
Oh, I'm not justifying that, right? But I'm not making that argument. My argument was these guys long term do not lose money. They don't. This guy's still a billionaire. And granted, he got into the crypto thing and got crushed. That's why I said I did very little crypto. I don't understand it. But the sports card hobby. Yeah, but the sports card hobby, I do understand. So I guess my point is always too, why would you invest in, like Charles even said, he's not going to come in something without, he's not going to come into a hobby and listen to people without researching them. If everybody did that, it would be a much safer hobby.
Hell yes, agree.
But people are lazy and greedy. People want to not do research, and people want to get rich quick. Those are two things in human nature that will never change.
100%.
And do
yet they
people
do that
capitalize
without
on
even
that?
researching anything.
Correct. And will people capitalize on that? Of course they will. Is that good? No, but it's the reality of the world.
It sucks.
Yep, I don't disagree.
It got into that. Edward called me a hater, and I just want to say, like, someone's got to take the stance, and it does make me passionate, and I have no problem being that voice. So hater, not hater, I'm saying how I feel, and I know for a fact others think the same way. We're curious. We're very skeptical. We're over some of the shilling.
That's my issue with Jay, though. You're not skeptical. Your mind is made up in a lot of these situations. Because it happened last time when I went live with you for an hour. As soon as I get off, you bash the points I made without any rebuttal. You made blanket statements.
I apologize for that. I won't do that. I messed up.
I'm going to because I'll be honest. Like if you made a point that I disagreed with, but you reasoned with me and showed me evidence, I'd be fine to switch my opinion.
The Brady, the LeBron, a lot of these things go down afterwards. I mean, there's not a long-term value price in these things.
Who's ever argued that?
That's the core problem. It's a bad product. People are buying into a bad product.
Okay, so what's the solution? What's the solution, Jay?
Well, let's print less products.
You think that's going to help?
Products more iconic.
Nope. Hang on. We're going to print less product. You think the product they print isn't going to skyrocket at the beginning, just like these all did, and
value
fall off?
long term. It makes things. That's where value. That's
if
how
Zach Edey, to use your illustration, stinks in 10 years. It doesn't matter that there's 3 RPAs instead of 30,000. That's a dumb
no, but
analogy.
you could use John Moran if he has a good career like Gary Payton. That
his car's going to sell.
Zach Edey.
Okay, how much is Gary Payton
Kobe?
Rookie card?
Kobe has too much. I mean, you could buy his rookie cards. He's not Zach Edey.
Hey, by the way, Kobe stuff. Kobe's a great example of somebody whose value was terrible before he died. Everybody in the hobby before 2020 knows you could buy Kobe on-card autos for $75 at any show in the
Peak
country.
junk wax. Peak junk wax. So was Shaquille O'Neal. If Shaquille O'Neal would have tragically
That's
passed
what's
away,
right now too.
all that would have been going up.
Well, Shaq's a
He's-
big man
Same
too.
thing's
The hobby
going on,
hates-
but worse right now.
The hobby hates big men. That is just absolute true. Big men do not sell compared to their greatness on the court. Never have.
He was also the most printed rookie card, I think, in history. I think it's him or Chris
Oh, it keeps
Webber or
getting
Grant Hill
peaked.
won.
They keep pushing it up
Petty,
every time.
Gio gets paid to shill for the sale on SCN. I don't know
Call
what that
in.
means.
We need bring in the
He
heat.
won't
Come
call.
on.
I can
Tell
guarantee you
him.
that coward's not calling in. I just don't know what he means. Mike, explain what you mean so I can actually redeem or rebut that. Hakeem is a great example. Somebody in the chat says Hakeem. Hakeem is arguably the greatest two-way player of all time in basketball. His stuff sells for a fraction of these other guys.
That's where all this is headed. If Hakeem, who has one rookie card, is that way and he's a legend, that's where a lot of this stuff is going. I mean, just look at the past.
Sure. No one disagrees there, though. That's
Well,
the same thing, though, as, I mean, you could
that's the
name any
problem.
guy. You say that's a problem. Okay, so don't be involved.
Well, I
But
buy
that
smart.
is okay, so buy smart, so it doesn't affect you. But
Well,
again,
buy Jokic,
a lot of
buying
people.
Wemby, or buying someone that's going to be
Lambeer
like a
auto
super
rookie
player.
you could get for 150, 200 bucks all day. Go buy
way
it.
way cheaper than that. Okay, it's
Sure,
same.
Unless you
fair.
can get a Dwayne Wade rookie card.
Hang on. In 50 years, you think that Bill Laimbeer card is worth the same amount? You're nuts. Who cares about Bill Laimbeer in 50 years?
Well, inflation will go up a little. He's a Hall of Famer. I mean, the guy, he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
Not
What's
fair.
the next
All
big
right.
card?
They do it
What's
with
going to be the
baseball.
next? What's going to be the next big card? That's going to be the record setter. Like, is it going to be another Mickey Mantle? Like they're gonna find one to 10 or something that's going to set the record, or another Kobe Jordan? What's that card going to be?
I'd go with the Wagner again. The next, I'd say a Wagner.
Yeah, a Wagner, a high grade mantle. I'll tell you, if we ever see a BGS 10 or a black label Jordan rookie, sky's the limit. Like I don't think one of those has ever sold before. I don't think. By the way, the chat has just listed a ton of people in the chat. Listen to some of these names: Wilt, Patrick Ewing,
Go buy it.
David Robinson.
Buy him. Well, David Robinson's overprinted.
Will's the only one that's valuable. Everyone else is.
And even Wilt, compared to what he did, is very undervalued.
Well, his big rookie card won, the top grade sold for I think $1 million.
Sure, but I mean, in general, look at Wilt.
I agree.
Look at other
I
Wilt stuff,
collected
it's
him
crazy.
quite a bit.
Yep.
Ziggy, what do you got?
Is that Ziggy back with his picture on?
Yeah, I did. I thought I'd join again. Well, there's so many things you were talking about that I can't remember which one I wanted to join into. I thought I'd catch the next topic, but
Oh, great contribution. Thank you, Ziggy. Appreciate you.
Well, I'll move on.
I can go back to. I mean, there's so many things you were talking about. So, I guess on the Jeff Wilson thing, okay. I'm a defender of Jeff Wilson. I've been a fan of Jeff Wilson's for a long time. I worked with him on his Facebook group when he came to the hobby. Some things that I will say to defend Jeff. Jeff was one of the first people who listened to the hobby and stopped selling picks. Right in 2020, people were very critical of him. He had his membership. People came out and grilled him about it. I remember Dr. Beckett brought it up, and he talked about how he stopped doing that. He was very, very active in listening to the hobby and changing that. I think he's definitely.
So you give somebody credit when they get publicly called out and then they decide to change something?
Well, what I'm saying is that I think he was the first to react to that. Okay, I'm talking 2020. Okay, he goes live with this product in the spring. He got rid of the selling of the picks within a few months. I mean, with maybe even a few weeks. Okay, where other people continue to sell picks for years, right? So I will say I'm a defender of Jeff. There's other things I think he's been critical. I think the biggest mistake he made was becoming an owner of a card shop. Before that, he kind of had this investor, I'm running a software company type of mentality. Now he's definitely he's in the hobby. And when he's sitting there telling you open boxes, and for example, I can't stand the Arena Club pitches he does because I'm not a fan of the repacks, and Arena Club's the worst return on your money. And it seems like every time he opens his Arena packs, every week he's getting big hits. He never shows the value of those cards. He's the only one that ever does that, right? He'll hit a repack. He never shows you the value of the card is. So anyway.
Are you guys seeing this?
Is that the book for dummies?
That's the book he wrote with Netherpot or Nethercut or whatever, and Jeff Wilson.
Nice.
It was cheap on Amazon, I just figured,
I still wouldn't have done that.
What up, Beyond? I see you in the chat, buddy.
I was also going to say, the professor, you make comments about cards going down. I agree with that. I've always been a critic of that. 99% of all cards go down in value. But don't you understand on their trip down in value, they also go up and down, and people make a lot of money and they get a lot of enjoyment out of those trips.
Okay, but the uneducated, the guy that doesn't know, the guy that wants to hold on to it, you better be educated because you're going to lose money if not.
Right? Here's another thing about hobby I love. Right? We talk about, oh, a guy opens a box, he gets smoked. Does he get smoked? It depends on when he executes and sells those cards. A guy can open a box, oh man, I got nothing in here, puts it away, then opens up later on, and shit, I got Cal Riley autographs and a bunch of refractors that I didn't know about. Right? It's about timing in the hobby. It's about, are you really a collector? What is your enjoyment in the hobby? Are you just buying the box to sell it immediately? Right? And then these guys go, I'm gonna sell it right now, I'm gonna sell it raw. Right? So there's a lot of value in the hobby. It's a journey, it's an adventure for people.
Honest question. Oh shit, I lost it. Unreal. Yes. People don't like losing money. And so you play a couple and you don't do that well. I've played breaks. I did it 15 years ago. You know, I mean, it's eventually you realize it's not great money. Probably people aren't flowing in money unless we're talking if breaks are just for a certain class. I don't know. I make decent money and I'm not putting extra money into breaks. I'm not the only person. People don't have that kind of money. They shouldn't be spending their money there. And so don't you think people get in and get out? And you just need a certain percentage.
Then where have they all gone? I'm not even defending breaking, but the popularity is at an all-time high. Jay, you are wrong about this. You can still hate it, but you're incorrect.
We'll see. Give me 5 years.
If you're educated in breaking, I've seen people in breaking for 5 or 10 years, and they make money. Now, there are people who burn out because they don't know what they're doing.
It's saturated at the time. Right now, it's pretty damn saturated.
I mean, you say that based on what?
Many people get it. So much competition, so many breakers.
But how are they platforms? What's your argument? Like right now,
a lot of competition. The argument is there is
and you can buy into those breaks early on the first week or two, and you can be profitable buying into those breaks. I'll give you an example. V-Friends was cash money, baby.
But you're educated. You're in the hobby.
No, I took a gamble on V-Friends. I had no idea. No one knew about V-Friends. The next one was Marvel. We make money on Marvel. You can make money on SpongeBob on Tuesday, right? It's free money if you hit the EQL. And if you
and you're getting rid of a product that's going to go down tomorrow.
Why is it going to go down?
Because that's what happens with these cards.
But dude, it will take a long time. You can open a box of product, grade it, sell it, flip it for years before you're going to see the product go down to never zero.
Kyler Murray, 46,000 in 2021, 4,500 in 2024, 1,700 in 2025. So if you flip that card, the guy you sold it to, it lost a lot of money.
So here's what I do. Every year I buy the rookies and I sell them immediately. I had Patrick Mahomes rookies, the rookie year.
You're making my point.
I know, and I made money every year doing it. Every year I make
money.
And
you sell a product, someone else is going to lose money.
No, dude. I'm talking as an individual buying into breaks, not as a breaker, as an individual buying into breaks. I buy breaks every year and I make money buying into breaks. Every year.
My point, Ziggy, is that the product that they're buying from you ends up losing them money. It ends up going down in value.
That's not necessarily true.
It's pretty accurate.
Again,
in anything, when it comes to breaks and stuff, you have to spend money in order to make money.
How much money do you got to spend?
That's the thing. How much are you willing to spend?
Why do I want to buy a box and take it? Because there's a box. There's 12 boxes in a case. I'm gonna take a shot at 1 out of 12.
Ziggy, how much money did you make off breaking last year? Be honest.
I'm not going to talk about it publicly.
$1,500.
I won't talk about it publicly.
$1,200.
$1. I was profitable.
You did make a profit.
I don't talk about publicly for a lot of reasons, but I can just say I'm not alone, and I know people who do this. Again, part of it is the patience. They buy in PYT breaks. They know what they're buying. They buy from products they want to buy from. They buy from breakers they like to buy from. I'll also tell you too, when I'm buying products, I don't care about the breaker. The breaker is actually the last thing I'm concerned about. It's about product and price are the most important things to me when I'm buying when I'm chasing breaks.
So here's a question too.
Price.
Here's a question too. You see this guy backyard breaks. How the hell is he still in the hobby at this point?
He wasn't allowed at the National.
Because he didn't commit any crimes, guys.
He wasn't allowed at the National.
I don't think
I know you want to crucify him, but listen,
he wasn't inside the building.
Didn't commit any crimes, and there are criminals in this hobby. There are actual criminals in the hobby that we every day accept. So again,
card care can't stand it.
Again, he's not breaking any laws.
Thank you, Jim.
It's a slippery slope. What he does with the cards is not what should be going on.
Well, I'll tell you what. Again, I'm not defending. I don't care about his stuff because it's not my business. But if tomorrow PSA came out and said, "Hey, we're going to let you start pressing cards," he'd be ahead of the game. So again, we're critical. Here's what it is: the number one problem in the hobby, guys, is envy. People are.
Oh, I
envious
don't get off
because
that.
they
I don't
see
understand
people
that.
making
You and your
really possible-
envy.
It's envy. You're mad. They're making more money. Oh, he's got great. He must have allocation. Oh, he's
I don't buy that.
PSA 10s. It's envy.
Everyone in my comments is envious. I don't buy it.
No,
They see
it's
through
a
some
lot.
BS.
A lot of the hobby's problem is there's a lot of envy in the hobby.
So give me an example, not using me or my comment, my viewers.
For example, your video the other day, the guy goes,
my video. Here we go. Here we go.
Walking around with briefcases with $10,000 in cards. When I was 10, I had to put my screwdriver in the key to turn my car on.
I said this? What the fuck are you talking about? I never said that.
You played the video the guy had, and you commented on the video. This was the guy's video the other night who's sitting there criticizing kids who have lots of money in the hobby. And you agreed. You said, yeah, I don't understand how these kids have hobby. They must
Well, I mean, it's not the average person in America right now. Most people don't have that kind of money.
The average kid in America is not playing with cards, dude. This is like
Pokemon. You want real reality? My students all know about Pokemon. They know every Pokemon person. They don't know sports cards from Jack.
Most kids don't even have Pokemon, dude, today. Most inner city kids have no cards at all, right? If you take half the kids,
they like Pokemon.
So don't even bring the kids into it like all the kids are.
I mean, I see it firsthand. I don't know what you're talking about. I see it firsthand daily. They're selling dollar mystery packs to the other kids.
Okay, well, I'll say this. You are a unique environment because I've talked to many teachers who talk about most schools do not allow Pokemon or trading cards.
Yeah, because it becomes a problem. Exactly. I allow it in my class, but then it becomes everyone's doing it at the lunch table and it's becoming a problem. People losing cards, getting cards stolen.
So it's ironic that you criticize adults for doing that, but you encourage your kids in class to trade it and open mystery packs.
I don't encourage mystery packs. They came into my class the first day doing it. What am I going to tell them? Hey, don't do that. I'm not. Yeah, they're a kid. Let them do what they want to do. I'm not going to. Who am I to say?
You're a teacher.
Well, what about you're an authority figure? I don't know. Who are you?
Oh yeah, you want me to tell a young entrepreneur trying to make $1 off cards? He's giving them 12 cards for $1. Is that bad of a deal? No.
You're giving him the same
cents a card.
But you're giving him the same speech.
Ironic.
I mean, it's not my place. You guys don't. I don't. It's not my place to.
What about the Costco kid who was talking about these $500 whatever? Let's hope I make my money back and pulls a Pokemon card out. He's 12.
Yep. Who taught him that?
12 or 13.
Who taught him
that? You guys.
You know what? I'll be honest, dude. Most kids who teach that are mirroring their parents.
Yeah, amen.
Not
fair.
Because they watch somebody on the internet. It's their parents. They mirror their parents.
You're not wrong. Or also
go to a card show and I watch mother and father and daughter go open boxes and they both run up and sell the card. It's mirroring parents. You want to blame it, then blame the parents.
Well, it's also Card Collector too and Jeff Wilson and that kind of.
Why is it their fault? Why is it their fault?
Well, they're promoting it.
What do you mean, dude?
They're taking advantage of it, but it's not necessarily their fault. It's the environment. They have to take advantage of their environment in order to make a profit. They could go and be rebellious and say, this is not how to do this and that, but they would probably not make money.
One thing I've seen Card Collector 2 do, whether you like him or not, he takes kids deals, whether it's good or bad. He's never, and I've seen
Does that happen to adults?
Him scam somebody. He normally gives them more money. He's normally putting more money into the ecosystem by giving those kids money because he knows he's going to spend it on more stuff. Gary Vee does the same thing. Are those bad?
Oh, another one I'm not a fan.
Again.
Oh, what a shock! Somebody you like.
And Card Collector 2 also, I think, he either closed his shop and had to renovate it or redo it or something. So
this is Shine's collection, by the way. The guy that bought the $13 million car.
That's why I was going to join you guys. So back on the Shine thing, I honestly wish somebody would investigate. I've heard so many rumors. I don't know this guy. I don't want to say bad things about him. I'll say him coming out being tied to O'Leary should bring attention. Like some investment banks and go, well, who's your investment team? Who's secure? And would want to know where the money's coming from. Personally, if he had a bad pass, I don't really care. Right?
This dude 100% watches Andrew Tate videos on repeat.
They're all in bed with each other. Yeah, that's hilarious.
He has to be.
They're all in bed.
But dude, most businesses are in bed. If you look at the Fortune 500, the guys sit on the same damn advisory boards across the company.
Yeah, I don't like them either, some of them.
So you don't like corporate America. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, you're true. Fair.
When corporate America starts getting into the hobby, that's, I think, what starts pissing people off. They don't want to see a Mr. Wonderful
Charles,
around
the voice of reason.
But
Hey,
it's always
Rocco, we have to address this. It's GIO, for God's sakes. I don't mind the ego shot. It's GIO.
It's not glove.
It's not a car. Yeah.
And another quick note I had here too: economics. When Gio said if they make less product, that will absolutely raise the price, right? Because there's less of it, therefore demand would go up, right? In fact, if anything,
but it would let singles hold value. That's
why do you want
why it would
have
let
value?
single. If you go look back at history, I mean, the ones that hold value, and there's just one rookie card. Now there's a bunch. Like the only way for it to hold value long term, and fine, if we're all okay with it, not so be it. But that's my logic I'm using, is that it's not going to hold value in the long run because there's too much of it. What do you say to that?
I think we should stop making base cards altogether. I think it's a waste, and I think we should also encourage people to burn them and destroy them.
I like base cards.
I don't like the fact because here, I'll give you another example. Giving them to kids is a waste of money. I have kids, they get cards free from school. I have cousins, nieces, nephews. You know what these kids do with them? They throw them away. They're very smart. They know there's no value in them. They don't want them either. Right?
I don't necessarily agree with that.
There are a lot. Well, again, I'm talking to kids that I know. I can show you lots of cards. They're tired of getting them. Kids are not foolish. They know how to use the phone.
I see it on a daily basis. So I do argue that. I'm fine. We can see different things. And there's got to be a healthy middle then.
Go talk to their mothers, because ask the mother, oh yeah, my kid loves making a set, but he hasn't cleaned up his damn room and there's cards all over my house right now.
Just to be clear, I don't want any of you
didn't make me throw
my
cards away.
Yeah, I don't want any of you perverts talking to my mother. You can go back to your argument though. I just want to make sure I get that in there.
I'm just saying I'm not a fan of the base card thing, right? So I don't think that, making more of them is make better. I personally think that you should make this a collectible only industry, make it adults only, make it 18 and above. I don't know.
I'm for that. I have no problem with that. Gio?
Yeah.
18 and above. What's your take?
Well, we all assume that our transactions are made by people who have credit cards of 18 or above.
Here come the Brazzers cards, 1 of 1. There you go. Let's just go there. Let's just go there. Why not?
We got the shield pillars on deck. Jeff Wilson talking markets he don't own, flexing fake views like he's sitting on the throne. Car collector 2 and pack, but stacking up the dough, buying block twitch just to keep that ego on blow. Game show host, car dealer, web boss, woman, cool shields every pack like there's nothing else to do. Hyping that bubble till it pop and you lose. Atlanta shield pillars coming in, that's those the rules. Atlanta Shield Billies, yeah, we run this HQ sports car.
All right, that's enough of that. Gio, what do you got? Come on, bring something. Bring some heat. I want to go into the sponsor thing, but I also don't want to spoil your content idea. So do you want to do that now or
You're
no?
not spoiling anything. I'll talk whatever you want.
All right, let's do it. So you came on the live the other day and you kind of threw some shade. Anyone that doesn't have sponsors, they don't have them for a reason.
Almost all of them. Yep.
I mean, baseball collector, investor dealer doesn't. I don't. I could probably get a sponsor if I tried. He could get a sponsor. SCV Sports Cards doesn't. So who are you referring that? I don't know. I thought that was a hot take. Why don't you dive into your take?
Yeah, sponsorship money's always bad no matter what, period. That's how your whole audience thinks. And that's fine. My pushback is why? If it's a company you use and they're reputable and you like them, why would you not take
reputable? You took Courtyard money.
We take Courtyard money right now. What's not reputable about Courtyard?
Who the hell likes Courtyard? Nobody.
I actually like Courtyard.
See, but here's another thing. Who likes Courtyard? Right. The question, before you just go through your little spiel, though, is what is not trustworthy about them?
What if Courtyard fails? Will you feel?
Nope. What? You just said they're not trustworthy.
I hate their business model. It's the business model.
What isn't trustworthy? You're not.
The business model is.
You don't know their business model.
A bit of a scam.
But it's not.
Well, it's mystery pack based. I don't like mystery packs.
By the way, clear this out so we can talk again. This is another perfect
example. Talking about
example.
Ziggy and Charles, or what do you mean?
This is another example of you just saying something as fact, and then, well, why? Well, because I don't like them. What does that have to do with anything? What is not trustworthy about them?
People, I mean, I did a whole thing on Arena Club.
I saw the whole thing. I saw the whole thing you did.
So nothing under that rings true to you?
Nothing was. It was a good opinion. Maybe it's true. It wasn't factual.
I don't like the product. It's not okay for me to say I think it's a bad product to take a sponsorship from.
It's absolutely okay. You just said they're not trustworthy. I didn't ask if you like them. See what I mean? This is where you do the statement, then you just do the circular dance.
It's not
like
a
an idiot.
circular thing. One of these
Sure it
companies
is.
fails and you guys took money from it.
And what did we do? We blasted them publicly before anybody else because we knew about them going under, and we got rid of them as a sponsor and then warned our audience. And then
And
we
how
made
about before you warned them?
we've also helped them after the fact, made sure things went right with our people. We got there direct. The president came on and spoke to us so we could get their money back and get our people their cards back. And we had a local contact in New York go and make sure that happened in person. That's the difference. Yeah.
I have a question I do have a question.
Sure.
Not dirty, let me get to it.
And Ryan's another moron in the chat. Gio's a scammer. If they sponsor you, they own you.
Call in.
Ryan joined. Again, just nonsense. You're just spewing nonsense. That's just a cute line. Sponsored content is a pump and dump. Sure, if you take the wrong sponsorship money and you work with companies that are idiots, sure it is.
But I think some of the people commenting feel the same way as me. They don't like the product that you've taken money from, or you're making $4 to $10 grand on PSA a month. That's a lot of money. I mean, that has to sway there's a little conflict of interest.
Yeah, you're just again.
I mean, in any business, in any journal, that's true though.
It's not true. When has it been true with us that it's swayed our opinion? You can't find an example because when
it's lobbyists, it's lobbying.
Where is an example? And when
let me get off this toxic content. How many? This has been in my mind.
You don't have to get off, but see again, there's one where you say stuff because you want to get the idiots in the chat worked up because everybody likes a scammer. I
want to represent them.
Okay, I mean, if that's who you want to represent, go nuts. I mean, have fun, dude.
It's on the board here. How many customers does a full-time breaker need to make a living off sports cards? Is it 50, 100, 200, 300? I'm honestly curious. You don't need thousands of people. You just need a small base. But what is that base?
At least a few hundred. I mean,
so if you have 200 people that are coming into your breaks monthly, let's say 50 that are weekly, you're going to survive as a breaker.
Yeah, survive. Yes. Again, what's the overhead? What's all that stuff?
How many customers do you have, would you say, that use you a monthly?
Man, that's a good question. We have... I wonder if that is actually Jeff, because he could answer this question very specifically. I'm going to guess we have, between eBay and Fanatics Live, 500 a month, actual customers.
Say that number again. Sorry, 5 to 1,200.
If I had to guess, I would think 500 to 600. Individual customers on a monthly basis. Yeah,
and it's just you and one other employee. Am I right, or do you have people shipping them, sorting them?
Yeah. So I have me, and Tim works with me. Tim and his wife do the sorting and shipping. Jesse, and he works on his own, and then Eddie out west has a guy that works with him.
What do you do for PSA that they pay you that much? Do you have?
Hey, just to be clear, by the way, I think I preface this, but you keep saying the exact number. All of our sponsors are between 2,000 and 10,000, except for the really big ones, which I probably have NDAs and can't talk about. So I don't know where they are on that list.
Can you say who the big ones are?
I mean, yeah, it's not been shied away from. eBay
PSA Live is pretty big. eBay Live. Oh my God. So you guys are raking in the dough.
We do pretty well. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What do you?
But that's what I'm. Yeah, guys. Sorry. Yep.
No. What earns you 4 to 10 grand from PSA a month? Do you have a live read? 2 to 10. Sorry. Okay. Fair.
So we don't do. We've never done any ad reads on the podcast. I hate that. I think it's just.
What is the money for? What is the deal?
So we use a product. We promote the product. Hey, we're sending. We had a deal with SGC for years, right up until they kind of folded here. And the deal with them was very simple. Hey, we're going to talk about the cards we sub, the cards we get back, what we do like, what we didn't like. We're going to make a post in the Facebook group that is a massive Facebook group. We put out the link on our different socials. Yeah, social media promotion, and then organic conversations on the podcast.
I'm spent.
We got to get Ryan on here though, because Ryan's just another one, just a whiner. If you can't see, he's not honest.
I'd love another caller. Right? If
he's just spineless. It's too bad because I would like some actual pushback.
I could add Ziggy or Collector Charles. You guys got, and I'm going to add you both back. Any chime ins? Anything to say?
I would 100% use
Oh,
sponsorships like
hang on.
Dale's doing.
I know Ryan. Ryan must know me in real life. I did the roof thing here in Tennessee for about 3 months. Dude, he's going deep cuts. I wonder who Ryan is. That's good. That's 2 comments in a row. I like Ryan. Never mind. Ryan's okay with me.
Can I comment on the sponsorship because I've been critical about this.
Yeah, and then we'll let collector Charles go.
I
go
think
ahead.
first of all, I think you should be transparent about who sponsors are. I think Jeremy does a great job with that. He lists in the top. I think Sports Card Nonsense does a great job. I also think you can't blame a sponsor or blame a company for taking a sponsorship. It's like blaming the A-Team for playing cigarette commercials back in the 80s, right? Because they got me smoking cigarettes or something. Yeah, it's not their fault. Right?
Whoa. Of course it is. If I promote a product that
I
is
agree with
garbage
you.
and it hurts
No,
you.
no, I'm saying A-Team. I don't blame the A-Team because they ran cigarette commercials in the 80s. They just took sponsorships. They didn't know.
That doesn't mean it
cigarettes
was a
were bad.
good job. Some people
Yeah,
didn't have
totally
to take that.
disagree.
Honus Wagner didn't want that sponsorship.
Okay, maybe it's the 70s, but at some point people didn't know cigarettes were bad and sponsors accepted them, right? Later on they found they were bad. They made different decisions. Does that make sense?
Well, that's different. But again,
Okay,
the
that was my
smoking
point I was
analogy.
trying to make.
But my problem now is there are a lot of content creators who take small deals, sponsorship deals for a few $100 a week or month or however it is, knowing a company is not reputable.
I agree.
That I have a problem with.
And part of that, though, I don't think that's going to change because this is a very hungry industry. People want to make money. And if a sponsorship is an easy way to do it, I have no interest. It's really something I will never do. I'm probably not going to get one. It's not my goal. And I would say I'm critical of those people who are sponsors and then are hypocritical. For example, taking a sponsorship from a braking company and then attacking braking all the time is a bad thing to do, right? Or talking about a product you never use.
What are we talking about?
I'm just saying I think those are bad examples. I can give you examples. I don't want specifically want to call out those individuals.
Oh, let's not do the dance then. Yeah, if we're not going to talk by name, let's not. Yeah, I'm over here telling you my income for God's sake. If we're not going to be specific with names, we're not going to play.
Appreciate that.
Okay,
Hey,
wait,
shout out to Gio.
Our dad takes money from vintage brake guy, right?
Hey, by the way, real quick, Ziggy, let me interrupt you.
Ziggy,
give me 1 second. 3 people have made the same comment. Just so everybody in the chat knows, we disclose every show and on our YouTube who a sponsor is. There's none of this we talk about organically just to be cryptic. You know they're a sponsor, and then we work in content that we did with that sponsor that week. Just so we're very clear. There's no hiding who our sponsors are. Sorry, go ahead, Ziggy.
Anyway, those are my comments. I think it's hypocritical if you're criticizing somebody and then taking money. You don't know what your sponsor are doing, right? Be aware of what you're talking about. And also, it's a small industry, so most people don't even care, right? I mean, so the sponsor seems weird. Your comment, though, about, anybody, I do agree with you. Anybody can get a sponsor. Like, it's not hard in this industry to get one. Go to your local card store, to move a podcast, show them a few thousand viewers or hundreds or whatever you have. So that's easy to happen. And I do think you shouldn't be so critical and blame these people. Like, for example, you were critical of Gio and the collectible guy and the collectible IO. He researched it. He chose them. Actually, Collectible IO has been very good about what they're building. In fact, if you look at repacks, they have the most transparency. You're not going to have the buddy system where guys handing you repacks that are loaded, right? Or you could have that in those repacks where they're made, like we talked about earlier, where it's not really a third party. Collect.io does have some transparency. They're also likely with investors to want to keep things legal. You know what I'm saying? The book's clear.
I just think it's a failing product. I don't think in 5 years
It's
they're
not.
going to invest all this money into it, and in 5 years, I don't think it's going to turn out well for them.
What do you think is going to do well in 5 years in the hobby?
In fact, the product
Live selling is good.
What are they selling? You hate wax and you hate most players.
I'm not saying I like live selling. I just think that's if you have a name, Chris. How do you say his name? Because I said it wrong. Not Seawall, Sewell.
Yeah.
If he went live selling, or if SCV Sports Card went live selling, they have a name. It's going to do well. That's what I also glossed over the new card shops. That's something I did want to get into. We're kind of balls deep in this right now, but I did want to. Yeah, but we also have someone new on. Ziggy, do you have any more? I'm gonna let you go so we free up space for.
I can't see the bottom.
For Brian,
I will drop off, but real quickly, I'll mention Chris Sewell can talk to you more about.
Gio's going to be thrilled to see me.
As having content to make that happen. Anyway, I'll talk about later.
Who is this Brian person?
Ziggy, thank you for calling in. It's good talking with you, man.
I want to know who Brian is.
Charles, before we hop into Brian, Charles, what did you want to throw in there?
Sponsorships are fine as long as if you use the product and it's a reputable product and you'll call out their bullshit if they have any, then it's fine. It's those that use, like, I'll just whore myself out to anybody that'll sponsor me. Like, I'll never use this
Agreed.
company in a million years. I'll still do their sponsorship because they're paying me money. That's where I would personally draw the line. If I'm like with PSA, for example, I would say, yeah, I graded with PSA. I don't like this grade because the card looks fine, blah, blah, blah. I would still criticize it. But I would also say, yeah, use my code to get.
And I think Gio does. In fact, I don't want to harp on Gio. I think Gio's very fair. That's why I like it, Gio. But I do think there's a lot of people that are doing what Charles says.
Yeah,
I agree. And by the way, just to be clear, I don't disagree with that. I think there's a reason, though, why most people don't make a living on content, because they do that and eventually sponsors are wise to it and they realize their audience is either bot or fake or nobody listens to them and they stop paying. There's a reason Jesse left a big 6-figure job to do this 5 years ago because we consistently make money because, like it or not, we take on sponsorship money, we make money for those people, and our audience doesn't get burned. That's just the truth of it. Like, I know people, it's all about the money. No, I support my family with the money, though. So that's also a reality of the situation. But there's a reason.
Charles, do you have any closing comments? I'm gonna let you go so we get to BJ. My bad. I think I called you Brian before.
Oh, it's BJ, Kroger, Brian.
BJ, Brian, Kroger. Charles, any last thoughts?
I'm reading the comments. Everyone thinks I'm naive and stuff. I majored in communications for 4 years in college. I know I played poker. I was in the poker boom. I've been in the hobby on and off for 25 years. I'm not naive. I'm not naive about sponsorships either. The fact is, there are people out there that'll whore themselves out for sponsors. There's also those that will have reputable sponsors that they believe in and that they use and that they will critique. If we can find the balance there, I think we're fine. Otherwise, Also, the Cubs are up 4-3, by the way, so keep on
throw them out. Enough Cubs pumping. Get
yeah,
out.
go Cubs.
Hey, Charles, it was real. I'm really glad you called. Let's get to BJ. Have a good night, Charles. BJ, what's going on?
Look at that
How
face.
are you?
Only a face a mother might love. Look at that thing.
Might love.
And that's good. I'm glad your top button isn't done this time. Walking around like you're from. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
God.
Yeah. Gio, are you falling asleep? I thought you were ready for
that. The regurgitation of the whole Jeff Wilson thing put me to sleep. Yeah, that was tough.
We didn't mention Jeff Wilson that long, did we? All right, go ahead, BJ.
Yeah, that was tough.
I'll give you a Jeff Wilson rant you never heard.
Oh God, please don't. What's the next rant?
Jeff Wilson is like Busch Light. You learn to drink on Busch Light. You think Busch Light's cool. Okay, it's something you might drink when you're younger or whatever. You don't have a real refined taste for something. And then eventually you go, oh, yeah, every once in a while, Busch Light's fine if you don't have a refined taste or any sort of decent drink in your fridge. And that's what it is for the hobby. You might get exposed to it at the beginning, and that might get your lips wet for it, I guess you could say. But it's garbage in the end. That's Jeff for you.
Even that I disagree with. I don't like his content, but Jeff has done very, very well and still has a huge following. So just because I don't like
is a hugely
okay. But I mean,
drink. I'm not saying University of Iowa, Busch Light. I've had it. It's fine.
My point is always, I may not like somebody. I may not like products like repacks and all that. If they're doing good and a lot of people like them, I just don't care.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like that's the trouble. I just think it becomes such a lazy thing for commenters and like what Jason does. You know why people talk about Jeff as much? Because he has a huge audience and they know it'll draw more views. Let's just be honest about this.
He deserves some of it. He deserves some of it.
I don't disagree, but there's a reason all the YouTube guys use them in their thumbnails all the time. We can be honest about that. I'm honest.
Some of those do better, and some. You could get views out doing other things as well.
There's a reason you've gone really
I am
negative
starting to get a little over it. I realize he's not as big as I thought. That's what I've come to the conclusion to. It's not quite as big as I thought.
Okay.
Yeah. The other thing, you
agree, Simon. By the way, Simon, great point. Totally agree. You pin that comment, but Jason's too stupid to do it. He doesn't know how to pin a comment on YouTube, idiot.
I can show. It's no problem.
Look at you go.
When we talk about repacks, I just don't understand the complaint. If you don't like them, don't buy them. It's like ripping wax. Who cares? Why are we crying about it? Like literally,
Jason hates everything in the hobby. That's why.
Like Courtyard.io.
It's a bad product. Look at these guys on the Zion cards or lost people a lot of money. That Luka card, even though he's great, has gone down in value.
Have you opened up any wax? It can be a bad product.
Yeah, I opened Garbage Pail Kids Hobby Box for $50 I found at a local show because there's some value. It's fun. I'm not going to get burnt. I'm not going to spend $500 to get $60, $160
Did
back.
you look at the pack odds on it?
It was just a fun rip. It was $50.
You can buy a repack for $25. That's a fun
Why do
rip.
I want a repack? I don't want to refer some product I don't like. I don't like the modern.
BJ, let me save you time.
Stuff is overprinted.
If Jason doesn't like something, it's a scam. That is really the simplest way to define.
We'll see how this all goes. They'll just keep watching them fall in price. They've already fallen in price.
I want to go back to the very beginning of the show. What the hell is the problem with complaining about Stephanie? What the hell is that?
I just thought it was a terrible marketing campaign. Because and they're in on it together. It makes it look fishy. It makes it look she gets product. It makes it look like
because she's giving something away. If she hits a 101 superfractor that she didn't hit, so she didn't give it away.
She did hit a big card,
but she didn't hit that card.
She hit a huge card, but
so
it's not about
picking
that.
on a girl
it's
in
about
the
marketing.
Correct.
No, I'll pick on other breakers too. I'm picking on it's bad marketing.
Well, hang on. I will push. But first of all, I love Steph. I think Stephanie's great, and I've said that from the start. We're not going to do the you can't pick on men, can't pick on women thing. We're even. If somebody's a scumbag, man or woman, I would call her out. So don't bring that part up. Yeah, don't bring that part up. That's not fair.
That is fair.
It's not fair. If he doesn't like what she's doing, he can pick on her. I think he's an idiot about it.
If the reason you're picking on someone. And the only thing you can say is, I think it's terrible marketing. What is that?
So what does that have to do with the gender, though? If he thinks a man's a terrible marketer,
well, what's odd is that men do it all the time. You never hear about it.
He yaps about everybody on here. I will defend the idiot in this one.
But we yap about idiots all the time is not good cover, in my opinion.
If I want to be critical of people, I'm going to be critical of them back and forth. I don't think that's a reasonable argument, BJ.
I saw this and rolled my eyes.
If things are equal across the board, I can make fun of anybody I want for how they market or do things. I happen to think Stephanie's an excellent marketer, not because she's a woman. I just think she's good at it. And yes, by the way, I don't need to see a dude sitting in a tub like that. So maybe that plays into it.
Totally agree.
But we can't say we're not going to make fun of her.
You won't find me in a tub.
Thank God.
We all know I get stuck.
I think she's great. There's a reason her brand has grown in a huge way.
Come on.
What? I don't get it.
The best content creator we have is the guy who makes fun of all the content creators.
MD.
100%.
Yep.
Well, what's his name? Let's look him up.
Cosmic MD.
Definitely.
Is he on Instagram or YouTube?
Instagram for sure.
Cosmic.
We had this kid on the podcast. I mean, on the YouTube show. Like our first or second shows were the worst show we've done. Not because of him. It was just terrible. This guy is awesome. Scroll down and watch him impersonate some of the actual. Just keep going until you see influencers' names. It's pretty good.
He does a great mama break one.
Where the hell is it?
I know he's putting on a lot of stuff now. Oh, there you go. Point of view, part 5 on the left. The card interviewer, or any of those. Yeah, he's great.
You said that, bro. Only 3 weeks in the hobby. Yeah, only 3 weeks.
I like
this. It. Yeah, I've been big on JJ McCarthy. How much is that one?
That's his Black Prism, so that'll be 75,000.
Oh, that's it? Okay. I mean, come on, bro. You know I'm humble. Nah, it's crazy. Like,
so that's not an easy target. Not him. The guy's in person. I mean, come on. It's an Mamba cards is an easy target.
He doesn't about everybody. He's awesome.
He was like 7'8", and I'm 6'9", right? As you can tell. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Just kidding. There's probably no bitches here. Yeah, bro. Don't tell. True
That's
collector.
Mamba breaks, by the way. Very distinct difference, Jay. That's
so
not
I'm selling my LeBron rookie gold refractor. What's up, guys? Ethan with If Sports. And today we got another top 10 pack openings for you.
This is clever. It's clever.
I think he's super funny. Yep.
His Jeff Wilson impersonation is pretty good.
Pretty good. And his Santiago, he's very good. I think he's good about all of it. Tim wants to know where the link to get on is. Did you not pin the link?
I did, but I can only pin the comment or the link, man. I can't do both. Here, there it is.
Where's your mod friend?
Let me ask BJ. BJ, so what's your gripe with the hobby then? What's your biggest? What would you change?
Ooh, what would I change about the hobby?
People want to hear it.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
I think Zion cases are overrated. Like, give me a fucking break. It's a plastic case.
It's like 8 behind me, by the way.
There you go.
Behind, love them.
All right.
Shill, baby.
So
who was coming on? You said Tim wanted to come on?
Him, Slabstrong.
Are they good products? Certainly. But who cares? Who cares?
Just out of a Slabstrong. You're welcome. I think they're fantastic.
Oh, and here's another one. Another weird one. One touches suck. Most of them will damage a card more.
That's not true. Not true at all. That's another myth.
The way idiots use them, that either going to end up damaging their cards worse than if they just use a top loader.
Incorrect. Harsh disagree. Get him off the show. He's a
I can
Jesse
point
guy.
to many that have been shipped to me via eBay. I mean, it's just.
Well, you might not want to ship in them, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Can they be displayed well? Yes, but
Ryan, that guy's name is Cosmic MD. The guy we were just showing.
Hey,
Super
BJ,
funny
thanks for
dude.
calling in.
hey,
BJ, good to see you, buddy.
Gio.
Have a good night.
You love me.
Where's Tim? Come on, Tim, bring the smoke. We're going on an hour and a half. I know Gio mentioned he had an hour and a half, so maybe we're running on 10 minutes left. How are you on time, Gio?
I'm already past my bedtime. It's fine. I'm here. As long as it stays interesting, I'm good. We start regurgitating Jeff Wilson takes him out of here.
No, come on. I had a lot of.
You're
I had a
fine, I
lot
know.
of.
You're doing great. You're a good person.
I'm-
You're great. You're great. I am
Hey,
tired.
you too, Gio. You
Charles,
too. Get
Charles,
outta
I am
here.
tired. I have a 2-year-old.
Get out of here. Where
He
the
gets
hell's
up early.
Tim? We got any more callers? If not, we're kind of wrapping up here. It was fun. I always have a lot of fun.
I like that we can actually argue and not change anybody's mind.
You got annoyed there a little bit, though. I could tell.
I get. Well, yeah, I don't like your circular crap. When I hold your feet to the fire, you don't answer questions. It
What?
irritates me because I will. You may hate me. I don't care. I will answer questions specifically.
Can I? Okay, let me say this is
Hang on,
something
hang on.
I.
Tianku, can I answer this one real quick? Because he said,
Yeah.
I keep missing it. Do you think Mr. Wonderful has a business plan with high-end cards? At some point, he has to, right? I have no inside knowledge. I would say yes. Like at some point, him and Shine announce a boutique card shop by appointment only or something crazy like that. Yes, I think at some point there is a plan. He doesn't strike me as the type of guy who spends millions and millions without having a plan. But that's just I don't know that, but that was if I was a betting man, that's what I would say.
It all comes down to I find some of it to be a little. You're gonna hate this, but I'm just telling you where I'm coming from.
Because it's going to be vague and opinion based,
It's
not
not.
factual.
It's just
That's okay.
I find a lot of it can be manipulative.
I don't disagree with that. 100%.
Okay, all right. So that's where everything comes from. That's where all my inspiration comes from. Is
Right, but my issue is
find
when
a
you
lot
say a
of it to be
specific
manipulative.
company is this, and then I ask you, well, give me
Well, I
evidence.
didn't like
in
what
your-
Arena. I mean, I made a whole 16-minute video on
and
Arena
all
Club.
you
And did a
was
lot of
spew
research.
Did you? You didn't say a single factual
I mean, their
thing.
Arena Club some of their packs, most of their packs come with Arena Club slabs. Who wants that?
But you know that on the odds going in, so what does it matter?
But a lot of people don't know what the hell they're doing. I think you give people
So-
maybe I don't give them enough credit, and maybe
Wait a minute,
you give them too much credit.
So because they don't know, but they're buying something, that's the fault of the company that advertises it? Come on. Oh, God. There's Tim. Most popular guy in the hobby.
The Slab Strong's name is Tim.
That's Tim.
What's up,
Tim
Slab
Slab.
Strong?
Hey, by the way, I gotta address this too. Yes, I've been collecting cards since I was like 9 with my older, not even like 6 with my older brother. My Grail card right now, 93 finest Ken Griffey Jr. and the 2000 Bowman Cohen Brady. Those are my 2 guys. Cards all behind me up there. There's about 15,000 in the closet right there that are worth $2 or
You had a Kareem Auto rookie up there. I saw. I love that. My Grail card's the Magic Dr. J Bird. That's mine, but I know you have that Kareem card I want.
Yeah. Autograph rookie with the inscriptions. Yep, dude, I got that for like $1,800. Stupid cheap.
No, great deal.
Yep, it's cheap. Crazy. I
Tim,
collect
what's
hats.
up? What's your gripe? Where are you at?
Well, no gripe. I'm just going to offer you a sponsorship.
Gio or me?
Tim already works for me. I gotta sponsor him. I gotta pay him to work for me. Pay him more. This is egregious.
Wait, is Tim
God.
part of Sports Card Nonsense, or what?
Yeah,
Are we missing?
Tim's with me on stream every time. Yeah, Tim sits next to me on stream all the time. He has his own huge business too. He works for BCW. Tim's a hobby guy.
Is this while
Through
you
and through.
break, or
He's
Okay.
always my right hand man. Kills
What's
it.
crazy is, so here's the thing about Mike that a lot of people don't understand. What's up, Bobby? My business partner, well, kind of ex, because I took a royalty deal, is Jeff Wilson. And that's never affected my relationship with Gio. It's never affected my relationship with Jeff. Gio has never promoted my product. It doesn't matter to me because I know he doesn't use any of them, right? So it's confusing to me, the things I've heard tonight. So I wanted to jump on earlier, but you don't know how to put a link in the chat. I had to go and go back and forth to type it in. But use affiliate code Professor Sports Cards for 10% off. Slab Strong.
Thank you, Tim. See, best man in the hobby. Boom.
I'm speechless.
There you go.
For
Your
once.
first sponsor.
I don't think.
Checks. In
I
the
don't know
mail.
what to say.
Checks in the mail. You're welcome. Say thank you. Seems
Can I ask?
reasonable.
Wait, can I ask? What do you like?
Nothing.
I like the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar auto rookie.
The Lou Alcindor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I like the old vintage auto. I think there's money. I think a lot of stuff's just overpriced. It's going to go to his. We're looking at a Scotty Barnes. What he paid for this? What's it worth now? Like, yeah, sure. I think there's value in a Johnny Bench autograph rookie card that's
By the way-
underpriced. That's less than this Scotty Barnes.
By the way, how do you feel about this? Because I know you're gonna hate it. I'm one of the guys that Topps put on a baseball card as a hobby influence,
Hey.
as a hobby influencer. How do you like them apples?
They only did that for what? A dozen people, not too many people.
10. They stopped doing it this year.
Why?
Right.
Okay, so why do you think they stopped doing it?
Well, here's the thing. People thought I paid to get on the card, and there's all different scenarios of why they shouldn't have done it in the first place, because calling us hobby influencers put a target on our back for zero reasons, right? I collect stuff from Rhode Island. I don't want you to go out and buy anything. You don't got to buy anything from us. You only got to buy my product. But yeah, it was this weird thing. They tried it out. It was this cutesy little thing that Jeff Gordon put in place when he joined Fanatics, and it was cool. And I get to tell people I was on a card, and it changed my hobby life. Like, this hobby, here's what you gotta understand. This hobby has changed my life. And a lot of the things you're talking about, if I had listened, and this is no offense to you, because there's more people that say this, right? If people like me had listened to the things you're saying, I wouldn't be where I'm at, man. Like, this hobby has truly changed my life. Buy the things you like. I buy all things Rhode Island. The shit ain't worth anything. But so I don't understand the vitriol from all these other people. But
You know, I'm going to point to the real estate content. Sure, there's plenty of people made a lot of money in real estate, still preach real estate, And there's also a lot of content creators that do very well for 8 years now, even though the market hasn't crashed. They still make content and get tons of views on it's coming. Look at this.
Real estate? That's the thing. Real estate content.
Oh, big time. I mean,
dude, I have a ton of real. Oh,
absolutely
God, I didn't know that.
huge.
Tim, there's our new venture.
So where there's big money, there's people that are allowed to be skeptical, and there's other people in the world that think like that, or they wouldn't be watching.
Right, but okay, and I agree with that. But the problem is, you're looking at. Would you agree there's more good people in the hobby than bad?
Unknown.
Thanks, Jam City.
Well, I mean, so you think there's more people being scammed than
or just misdirected or uneducated poorly.
Okay, but
that doesn't
how
mean
did, by the
bad.
way, Slapstrong, let me ask you a question, because I've never talked before. Get into how it changed your life. Where was your life prior, and where did it go when you pick this up?
Yeah,
let's give you a platform. I mean, why not? I mean, I'm not trying to be a hater. What did it do for your life?
Yeah, so March 15th, I lost my job permanently. I managed restaurants over half my life. I'm 43 years old.
I worked in restaurants for a decade, so I can relate. Okay.
Yeah, and then so when I lost my job, there was two options, right? There was so I had money coming in, right, because of the extra $600 and all that stuff. So the option was, like, save that money or invest it. So I decided to invest in myself, and I had an idea that I now have a couple competitors with. That I'll never tell you not to buy from my competitors, right? Because we all have good products. And so what happened was I was able to get an investment. Do you remember HGA?
Slabs.
Yeah, the grading company. Yep.
So my third day in business, they try to buy my company out for $100,000. And at that point, I didn't know anything about capital gains. So luckily I said no. But with $600 left to my name, I went to Dallas on May 20th of 2021. It was the first card show after the pandemic. And I had my boy Corey from Show Your Slabs and Dan from Stand Up Displays. And despite what that dude said earlier about my boy Clint from Zion Cases, we built brands, and we built brands based on because you could trust us. And it wasn't trust behind the product. It was trust that you had good people behind the product. So from that point forward, I made sure I was at every single event, introducing myself to all the top people in the game. So what happened was I made sure I was true to myself. I had a good product. I made sure I never screwed over anybody, not that I could with a piece of rubber that protects a thing. And then I met a guy like Gio, who saw.
Oh, that is
something-
that your company? I'm sorry. Is that the company that protects the rubber around it or no?
Yes,
Yeah.
Lab Strong.
Hey, good for hey. All right.
But
That's
so
a real
what
company.
happened was the product itself could have never sustained what I wanted to do in life, right? I've been with my girl 7 years. We're married now for 2. We're about to have a kid. None of this would have happened without this hobby and good people to have my back. And then it's a networking opportunity. You don't have to take money from bad sponsors. You don't have to take money because not all money is good money, right? But there are tons and tons and tons. There's actually some people in your chat right now, Bobby Burrell, Ben Burrows. These are good people. And if your networking capability, they say your network is your net worth. If you can be a good person, be true to yourself, be true to them, well, you can do anything in this hobby. It's not just about selling cards. And I don't want to flip card. I don't sell anything. I mean, I have an eBay with I think I have 21 cards up there, and they're overpriced because I don't want to sell them, right? If you give me enough money. So there's tons and tons of people.
There's product like yours, like Slabstrong, which I think awesome. That's a legitimate product. And then there's product like Kurt's Card Care, which I get upset with, and there is a difference. I think kudos to you. You made a product that was needed, that was creative, where not everyone is Slabstrong.
Right. Not everyone is, but here's the problem. At the same time, before people who knew before I wore a big hat and a stupid chain and I was on the card, I had people in my back channels telling me how dumb I was and that I was going to be a failure because I created a product that protected cards that are already protected, right? But it wasn't just the product. It wasn't just the product. It was me. It was me pushing it. And like I said, I used that opportunity to make sure I only work with good people and I'm good to those people. And anyone else coming up in this industry, if you contact me and I think your product's good, I'll have your back and I'll try to push it wherever I can. And that's how we build out a network of good people. There's always going to be scumbags. I've heard all of it. What's funny is before I took my investment from Jeff, I don't watch any content. Even Mike knows that. The only time I ever watch content is if I'm on it. I could care less about content. But I at the time I needed money, even though I said this before, even though I told him he's the only person I'd take money from. Absolutely not, bro. I just needed to get my foot in the industry. I had a good product. I try to be a good person. But like I said, man, like the sponsorship thing you're talking about, I've never had anyone around me besides maybe Jeff Wilson that has taken money and have not used the product and done it. But Jeff knows, like,
I have a legitimate question because you guys are both in the inside. A ton of money has moved in the last 5 years. That could be great. It could also be a little scary and risky. So I don't know. It's a lot of money, just a ton of money to it, kind of a new system. So, I mean, you're not worried about that. It's going to keep coming in.
No, of course I'm worried about it. So I worry about every day about the tariffs. So BCW Supplies bought my product out. They pay me a royalty every year. We have a 10% surcharge on tariffs. I'm scared about the tariffs every day that I could lose my job because first of all, I don't know if people understand this in the world. Top loaders aren't made in America, people, and it's not going to happen, right? So you can have all these things. You can be so aggressive of this should happen, but the point is there's some very good people in this industry that will have your back, and the sponsorship dollars that we talked about and all this other garbage, it just doesn't work for everyone. There's very few people that are truly scumbags in this industry. And the thing about what I like about Mike is he calls them out, and I'll call them out
agree.
too. Yeah, so,
but okay, so someone like the guy from Backyard Breaks, does that deserve? Was he on the good side or bad side, or you're not going to say, or indifferent?
Nah, dude is garbage. If you go to my Instagram right now, you'll see a bunch of posts I made about him because he's a pervert. And Grant can go to hell. I could care less about Grant or Nick, any of the whole crew. I back channel some other clowns there. That look. What he said, and to have that fatty potato bag looking dude next to him, that was like, oh yeah, that's a perfect age for that. Look, these guys are clowns. Don't buy their product. But the problem is there's 30,000 people in their lives still buying product from them. So no one's going to listen to a guy with a big head out how big of a scumbag Grant is. I could care less. But what am I supposed to do? Not buy cards?
But it's also on my side. Should I not make content on stuff like that?
Oh no, you should. Hell yeah, you should. But the problem is that's a perfect example because he's done other stuff before, though. It wasn't just that first thing.
Yeah,
When you
for
talk about
sure.
right. I feel like you are looking for something first before it happens. You're looking for something to be bad
Yeah,
about.
I'm predicting that. You're right. I'm not. You were right on that. That's fair.
So
I
you went
find it
over
hard to
you went
believe
over
all the.
Unicorn and Gem City. I knew you
It's a
would. Tim's
lot of
good dude.
money. It's a lot of money that all of a sudden this brand new thing popped up, and the guys that are doing it are 15 to 20. You got. I guess maybe we could say it's older than that, but it just has red flags to me. There's some red flags.
Yeah, of course. But Grant was a pervert before he joined Backyard Breaks. You didn't see the stuff he was doing, bro. The stuff he was doing on YouTube and Instagram was him like walking up to women with talking crazy to them. So like this was happening before they got into the industry.
Jason, here's your new co-host, by the way. Tim's good people.
Oh, I believe it. Apparently, I got an affiliate link today.
Dude, professorsportscards.pervert.com.
The problem
hey, come on, don't lump me in with him.
The problem is, real quick though, if you use his affiliate code, we charge you 5% more.
Perfect. It's a win. It's a win.
But I gotta go. I just couldn't take.
Thanks for calling in, Tim.
I gotta go. I couldn't take some of the clowns in the comments just talking about stuff they don't understand and will never understand because all they do is make comments on a YouTube channel. But anyways,
keep commenting, keep bringing it, guys. Someone call in. Bye, Tim.
People.
Good talking with you.
Hey, there's your card. I wouldn't have got some stuff off the shelf. There you go.
Oh, God, love that card. I hope to buy that card in the next year.
That's a 1.5 with a 10 auto grade. Abdul-Jabbar, Rookie of the Year, 1970, 6-time MVP, Hall of Fame, 95.
All that inscribed?
Yep, all inscribed.
Yeah, I hope to buy that card in the next year. Love that card.
By the way, Ryan made a great comment earlier. Ryan, it's not that I didn't know you can make money in real estate. I've made more money in real estate than everything else I've done combined. I didn't know there was real estate content. I've never looked for it. I have a great guy down here I buy with. We buy and sell and flipped for a while, and now we do rentals.
And real estate content's huge. I mean, very well.
I don't watch content. I've never found the need to watch real estate content. I just have I pay a couple
find
real
it
estate guys here.
interesting.
Oh, really? Yeah. See, I knew them. I knew real estate is. I mean, like I said, that's 80% of my portfolio. But yeah, I had no clue that was like a content thing. So,
Gio, we almost made 2 hours. I had a lot of fun. I hope we should make this a once a month thing, or I'm hoping. That would be cool.
All right. See, I like Ryan. Ryan can be reasonable. He had his little troll comment. Ryan, do I know you in real life? Because the roof comment and he made another comment that were kind of deep pulls on my background. I wonder if I know Ryan. I like him though. Either way, I think Ryan's funny. I got to give you a couple more real quick. Another big part of the PC.
Well, let me put you on. Let me put just you. There you go.
Big thing. Very hard to find, obviously. Game used tags of bird. Not very many. I just have a couple handy, but the game used bird tags, like anything game used of bird, stuff like that, super hard.
What
to
does
find.
Something like that run?
3,000, 2,500, $3,000 a piece.
It doesn't like they're gonna keep making that every year, no?
But that's what I mean. These are game used tags. There's just not many out. There's a handful on the market ever. So no, I don't think those are ever going. If anything, I think no. The Fanatics Fest, by the way, Gem City asked. I got the PSA 9 rookie at the Fanatics Fest. Here's a good example though of like a much cheaper card. It's a game used piece of the goalpost from their first Super Bowl. That's like a $400 card. It's not a major massive. One of my favorite cards in the world. Like Brady's my guy. Game used from a Super Bowl. There's provenance to the card. I think that's awesome. And I just want to show you one more, and then I'll quit nerding out about cards so we can go back to making fun of people. This is the set that got me back in the hobby. When I was a kid, 2000 Flair Showcase, first time they ever used the actual sweet spot of a baseball and had it autographed and put in to a card. 2000 Flair Showcase. They came out one in every, one every 10 cases, one every 8 cases. Crazy hard to hit back then. I pulled a Tony Gwynn back then, and it was amazing. I was like, this is awesome. Pack pulled autos were not a thing. I pulled 1 or 2 of them. I got out of the hobby in high school for a couple years before I came back. And when I came back, I don't know if you can actually see it. That's what that set is right there. That's what got me back into the hobby. Was like, hey, I have a little bit of money now. When was that? 2010. I'd been married for 2 years. I sold all my cards in 2007 to buy the engagement ring. Bought that, stayed out for about 2 years. And when I came back, I literally just went through eBay and pieced that set together. It's only 10 cards. I pieced that thing together. That was like one of my... To me, monetary value aside, it does because the whole set's worth $1,000. I don't know. That's the passion of the card. That was actually that's the passion of the hobby for me. And there's a nice little quad. Anything multi-signed by all-time greats, I'm all about.
Who's on that?
So
I put you on small.
Yep, sorry. Bill Russell, Bird, McHale, and then Paul Pierce out of 10. I've got 2 of those. I just don't
So
like
I
the
have
other ones in the safe.
go buy McHale's rookie auto. It's $90. It's a beautiful card. It's rare.
Here's my only thing though. When's McHale value gonna go? I love McHale, but
It
when's
should just is if my take is a lot of the guys in now end up moving to older. I didn't really get to see Kevin McHale play. I was born in 85. I'm still a NBA enthusiast. I still want those
Sure.
Hall of Famers. And
I don't
it works
disagree.
more in baseball, but I think it could happen for basketball Hall of Famers.
It might. I guess here's my thing is let's say a lot of these guys 25 to 35 in the next few years start going back and buying older stuff, Hall of Famers. I just think Kevin McHale's so far down that list of guys they're going to buy.
I mean, 3 NBA titles in the 80s. He's
Dude,
pretty much the number 2 man with Bird.
You don't have to sell them to me. I'm a huge the Celtics.
Here's my I'll counter with you. I don't have the money to go spend $1,500 or $3,000 on one of those Birds. Where I can play is I could go spend $90 on a McHale auto rookie, and there's people like me, and so
fantastic.
I do think I don't see that card dropping in price. Will it make me a ton of money? No, but it's something I like in my collection.
So for you, it's perfect. You want to keep it. I do,
and I think it'll hold. I won't drop tremendous.
I wonder. I don't know. I don't think it will either. I do wonder. Unicorn asked the oldest card. Bill Russell rookies, oldest card, 57 tops, and 58 Jim Brown rookies. Those are my 2 oldest.
Oh, you have both?
I've got a couple Russells. I have one Jim Brown high grade that I'm keeping as a Jim Brown.
What grade is your Russell? Oh, Jim Brown auto.
So the Jim Brown rookie auto is not a graded card. The card is not graded, just the auto. It's a PSA 10. I'm actually selling that tomorrow on eBay Live. It's not a great copy. The Bill Russell, I've got an 8 and a 4. On the Russell.
An 8.
Excuse me, a 6 and a 4. 6 and a 4.
The 6 is still probably pretty good value.
Yeah, but not like an 8. An 8 is easily a 6-figure card.
Is the 6 like $5 to $10,000, something like that, or even more?
Let me. I would
and then I want to go. I know you,
dude. Go. I got time. Like I'm already up. I got time. So
all right.
I do want to know what the. I haven't looked up that Bill Russell in a long time.
I love the vintage basketball tops. It's my absolute. I have almost the whole 69 set. I have almost the whole 1980 set. Oh, yeah. I mean, I have sets from pretty much 1980 to now. It's one set of basketball.
So the Russell's like $9,000, by the way.
Oh, what is it?
$8,000 to $9,000 looks like.
Hey, I was there. All right.
So funny story though about the Bill Russell and the Bird rookie. The first ones I ever bought were 2018. I spent $1,600 on the Russell. I spent $792 on the Bird. The Bird's worth $3,000. Like those things pre-COVID stuff was wild. You could buy that stuff for nothing.
Yes, that's when I bought I bought 2 Magic Bird rookies pre-COVID, and I always thought it was undervalued.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm pretty sure you have your op, as the kids would say, is Filth Bomb, or you have some beef with Filth Bomb, or I don't know. Am I wrong?
Oh, I don't have any beef. I don't like them, but I don't have any beef with them.
But why don't you like them, or what's the deal? I heard you go on a little rant about them once.
Oh, they're like most breakers. I think they just overhype stuff. Yeah, just not my. I don't like their style. That's it. Not for me. They're massive though. They outsell us 10 to 1 in a month. I would guess, maybe more. Yeah, they're huge. I don't like their.
I mean, is there any breaker that you do want to air some grievances, or not really?
Not really. I mean, when we do. There's nobody we were like protecting, but no.
Are you as hard as Tim on backyard breaks? Tim was pretty passionate about it.
Yeah, I think Grant should. So I guess here's my question. By the way, so first and foremost, yeah, I think you should have been thrown out of the hobby, right? Like nobody's arguing that point. I also have a kid. Like I don't think you can talk about kids like that hypothetically, whatever. I guess here's my question though: is he never allowed back in? That was my first question to people. Was like, okay, I think he should be thrown out. Realistically, that was never going to happen. They make way too much money for people. They weren't going anywhere. Like we knew, you knew that. I knew that. But what is an appropriate punishment? Banned from the hobby forever? A year? 5 years? Legitimately, I am asking. What is the...
Well, your perception is hard to change sometimes. So whether he's allowed back in or not, people's have a certain take of him already. And plenty of people still go with it. He must have, I assume his base is younger than yours that's breaking.
We're old. Okay, yeah, Sports Cards Nonsense. So Rocco asked the name of our company. It's Sports Cards Nonsense or SCN Breaks. That's Eddie. But yeah, I guess that's always my question. Same thing in Hollywood when people make crazy comments. It's like, let's cancel them. I am a fan of consequence. I do wonder, though, at what point is it enough? And I don't even mean with Grant. I just mean in general. What's the Like, I don't buy with them. I don't like their style either, so I don't spend my money there. Like, if enough people did that, they wouldn't be popular. I got news for you. They are as popular as any breaker in the world. No stretch. Like, they are massive. Don't like it. Don't like them. No problem. Nick, by the way, I've talked to Nick 10 times on the phone probably. Nick's always been cool with me. I have no issue. We've talked some business before. Very intelligent. Like, they're all very, very smart businessmen. I've never spoken to Grant, not a single time. So,
Are you aware of who Mamba Breaks is, or I don't know if it's Mamba Cards?
you know what's funny? Somebody said that earlier. I don't know Mamba, and maybe I'm just an idiot, and I've missed them. I don't think they're on
you might
Fanatics.
recognize him. Mamba Cards. I assume he's on Instagram. This guy, right? I assume this is him. Yeah,
pull
this
him up.
dude.
Does he have a crown on?
He's always wearing this chain. I guess he's a Roth Cards guy.
He's a face tat. I don't know anybody. I
24.
don't know anybody in real life with a face tat. So no. I
So
don't know.
he's. Some people are. I watched a video. I don't necessarily agree with this, but they called him like an industry plan. All of a sudden, he just has every big card out of nowhere. He's making deals with Roth Cards and things. Anyways, these guys. This is some of his stuff.
Oh, I mean, I would just say like if like him. I also don't know Roth, but like Roth's content comes across very fake to me. Rocco, by the way, asked a question about Blez. I think Blez might be the #1 selling breaker in the world. If you ask me what breaker does the most revenue, I would think it's either Blez or Leighton. I would think it's one of those two. I would think.
Mamba Cards is very similar to Roth Cards, even on a
Okay,
probably
I don't
even
know this guy.
worse.
Is he
probably
young?
even on another level. Somewhat
like a
new.
kid.
Yeah, that's why somebody called him an industry plan. All of a sudden,
Okay, yeah, I've never seen his content.
let's grab Collector Charles back real quick.
Oh, is this a Cubs rant again? What is this?
Go ahead, Charles.
It's my Ernie Banks card.
All right, throw him out.
cool.
Throw him out. I knew it was. Get him out of
125.
here.
No,
Get him
look, seriously though, all kidding aside, yeah, I'm glad we're finally talking about these breakers. Like Grant is a scumbag. I mean, there's no way around it. Filthbomb's biggest fault is he's just a hype machine, and he's backed by the biggest machine in the hobby right now is Fanatics. He's all over their ads and sponsorships. Everything he says just seems scripted and disingenuous. And you can't be doing that in a hobby where people want to escape that kind of stuff.
See, I disagree. He can be doing it. There's a reason they're #1. Clearly, people like it. I don't. You don't. Jason doesn't. Who cares? He
buys a lot of product and he gets a lot of hits. That's why they like it, I think.
Yeah, the hits thing I always think is laughable. But he sells his like Filthbomb's room is 10x mine every night. There's a reason. People clearly like him. We don't. Us three do not. We are in the minority.
I don't really know anything about him.
You hate all breakers. Just let me trust me. You hate everybody.
I don't hate
Stop
you.
it.
You would hate him for sure.
But I'm just saying, just because we don't like them, I can't say, oh, he's doing it wrong. He's clearly killing it. Like,
yeah, it is what it is. He is doing the right thing. He's making money at it, and
sure.
you know he's got the hype machine behind him. But I don't like how he does it, and
Michael
I might be in the
Hinkle-
minority on that.
Hinkle says Leighton is 1, Blez is 2. Michael, I don't know if you know that or if
Michael's
you're
the man.
but
Sorry.
I think Michael, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think it's those two, 1, 2, whatever order, and I don't know that there's a real close third. I don't think.
Leighton, at least once a week, they have like some people that buy like 50 grand worth of personal breaks and just break them on YouTube just personally. So they bring it in. They bring in a lot of stuff.
I got a lot of haters in the comments against me tonight.
Well, these two are also just like arguing back and forth. Can we just throw this guy out? This JJ guy is literally not I don't care if he came after like me or you. All he's doing is making fun of Ryan, who's been like reasonable. Just throw that guy out. He's useless. At least
I
Ryan's
don't hate everyone.
contributed
I
to-
like Chris Sewell. I like Gio's all right when he is all right. I don't hate everybody.
Gio needs to be modded up.
He doesn't know how to
Mod
he
him
doesn't know how to mod anybody.
We were on a black screen for like 10 minutes in his last stream.
Who is this?
Terrible.
You were remember the black
Oh,
screen?
I'm
Where you're like,
sorry.
oh,
I've been
fuck.
going live 2 weeks. Give me a minute. Give me
You're
2
like,
months.
oh fuck. Oh no. Give me a minute. Damn it. I didn't know there was no sound for 15 minutes. I was like, that's awesome.
Terrible.
How's tonight going? Tonight's going pretty well.
Much better.
solid.
Much better. Because Gio's here.
Get that. Oh, Gio's done nothing. Gio showed up. I've done
easy,
every single thing you guys calling in to comment. Every single thing is me.
I'm Team Charles.
$5.
All right, get him off. Now he's showing $5.
$5.
All right, Collector
Jason,
Charles.
hit the button.
Thanks
Hit
for
the
calling.
button.
You gotta
We
go.
we love Charles. Get him out of here. Right
Gio,
now.
okay, so new sports card shops. That's pretty much my last topic here. I hate them. This is the Fanatics London shop.
Shock by the way.
This is the This is supposed to be like the model for new shops. So
Yeah.
have you been to any? Have you seen them firsthand?
I went to Cards HQ in April. We had the
Okay, that's a little
industry
different
conference.
though. That's a one of a kind.
Oh, it's a new shop. Like, isn't that what you're talking about?
Well, his shop also is different than I went into a few new shops. They're not as lavish. I mean, that's a special.
Oh, so
That's
what do
a
you mean
little
by
bit bigger.
So what do you mean by new shop? I'm sorry, I
Well,
misunderstood.
sure. There's smaller shop. Oh, they're supposed to set things up Fanatics way. And a lot. Okay, so a lot of it looks just like this. It's all behind glass. It's
I've
all
never been in a
slab.
shop that looks like that, by the way, except for
Okay,
Jeff's.
so I went to Texas this summer,
Okay.
and I went to 2 new card shops there, and it was basically this. Just a lot of overpriced wax and then stuff put behind slabs
Okay.
or behind cases.
I don't like it. I like my shops. Like I said, I like to feel like there's like stuff in here that nobody's looked through in a year. Like if I go to Chef's down the
Yes,
street, there's
agreed.
500 it's organized. I do want it organized. I want it clean, but I do want to be able to take out boxes and be like, oh, I don't know the last time somebody looked through this thing. Like I think that's interesting too.
Someone asked, do you think Cam Chancellor cards are undervalued? Defensive players just
Cam Chancellor, unbelievable at his time. Probably not making the Hall of Fame. Look at the secondary Hall of Famers in the NFL. He's probably not making it because of his longevity. Unbelievable peak. In 10 years, how many people are going to say, hey, do you have a Cam Chancellor card? I thought he was great.
and
I don't think
defensive players just don't hold. You can get Lawrence Taylor rookie,
correct. And Lawrence Taylor is the greatest football player
Reggie
in
White.
the world, potentially. Yeah. R.I.P.
You plugged something earlier. I forgot what it was. I'm working on a video in the morning. It'll come
eBay
out.
Live,
I'm
baby.
excited
Plugging
for it. Oh,
away. I'm
that's right.
going live
That's
tomorrow
right.
night. Trying to have our first $100,000 singles night.
What was the big card you mentioned? A Jim Brown auto rookie?
We got a bunch. Yeah, we listed a ton of nice stuff. There's a
What's
Burrow.
that going to go for?
The Jim 2 to 3 has a nice inscription. Is a really clean auto. We've got a Burrow NTRPA that I'm hoping does 15 to 18-ish, somewhere around there. We've got a Brady 9.5 rookie out of Upper Deck. It's only like 1,000 though. Nolan Ryan, Red Refractor Mike Trout. Let me get some of the bigger stuff. A bunch of Ellie autos. There's a Frank Thomas Superfractor in the full rainbow.
What's the grade of this Brown? I'm curious. I like vintage. What's curious what the grading is of? Oh, you said it's not graded.
Right. So the card is just authentic, and then the grade
okay.
is a 10 is a PSA 10 grade. Yeah, so very similar to that.
No, but your 10 auto is going to be better.
Oh, is that? Oh, that's not graded. I'm sorry,
it's
but
just
it has
authentic.
Right. It has the blue label with the grade on the auto. It's worth about $2,500 with an inscription.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. You're looking at these are old sales. That's why. I mean,
I'm by price. You're right. You're right.
I'll tell you one of the coolest ones: the 1990 Topps Frank Thomas No Name. Like that's a card. You know that the
the error.
Yeah, the error card. It's only a BGS 5. It's probably $6,000 though. You just don't see them. It has high subs. That could get weird. There's an 8.5 Jordan rookie. Here's a card you'll hate. Michael Penix. You know, the quarterback for the Falcons. It's a first off the line NTRPA number to 10 with a crazy nice patch. I think it's probably going to do $6,500, which makes you want to puke. That's a savage
yeah, because
card.
that card's not going to stay there.
I don't disagree. Clemente, 6-piece game used 101 out of old school Sterling. Your boy Wilt, little Wilt game used.
The cards go like a big card like that live. I guess you're new to the live. Oh no, you're not. Is that going to go for more or less than if it was like an eBay auction?
I mean, in general, we hit about 100% comps, pretty close to. If anything sells egregiously over, Tim will be here with me. We have a slab of $10 to $20 cards. We just give them free stuff. Like if somebody gets really caught up in the breaking or in the bidding, I mean, it's like, hey, chill out. This is a $100 card. You just paid $130. Here's a couple slabs to kind of get you closer. Because again, I'm not going anywhere. Our point is let's keep people coming back. So give them value for what they're getting. So
I'm going to play. I have a fun video. I think it'll be you're not going to like it, or it's going to get some hate watchers, but it's very fun. I will say.
What company are you ripping in that video?
No company ripping. I am going back and showing big breakers going crazy over Volpe or crazy over CJ Stroud, and then showing current what's going on now. You know, then showing Volpe's batting 209 this year and 192 after the break.
Hey, here's a card for you. You'll never see again, I don't think.
Let me put you big screen.
It's just a picture of it. It's sitting there. So that is a 2 of 2 hand numbered from old.
It look like Hank Aaron on the bottom or no?
So it's Jackie Robinson on the bottom and Branch Rickey on top.
Or you say Jackie and Ricky Henderson?
Jackie and Branch Rickey, the old owner of was he the owner or the manager?
Brought him in.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool card.
Can I see that card again?
Yeah, shoot. I just closed. Yeah, give me one sec. That's a wild card.
Geo's breaking company name, I think he said, is Sports
Card
Cards.
Nonsense and SCN breaks. Yep.
And hey, a lot of you guys call me a hater. If you're gonna break with someone, go break with Geo. Yeah, that is a cool ass card. Now, I'm gonna go skeptical.
Good.
Oh, I'm a hater. Some of these cards, how are they keep getting all these autographs? They're just gonna keep every year they find new autographs to put in these cards.
that card's 25 years old. Yeah.
But it's still okay, fair, but it's still like you keep finding new cards with oh my god, somehow they have a new Babe Ruth auto and
yeah, I do wonder if do they just go out and buy those and repurpose them? Like I wonder if maybe
I would assume, but eventually don't their autographs dry up?
Well, but that's what I mean. If it's let's say they put a Babe Ruth cut in Flawless, well, a couple of years down the road, the Panini buyer goes out and buys that card back for the purpose of putting in their next product. I would have to think, because otherwise, don't they just start to dry up at some point? That's just I don't know that, but I would think, because it's not like there's a plethora of Ruth autos.
Exactly.
Unicorn, by the way,
with a lot of guys.
I agree. By the way, Unicorn, absolutely. That's why I'm selling the Michael Penix. I don't believe in the kid. I don't think it'll ever sell for more than it is right now. But somebody's going to buy that thinking, hey, he's going to have a great week 1 and it's going to go up to 7,500. I don't disagree with you, though. I'd rather have the old stuff. That's why I'm selling that. 100%.
How has eBay, you've done it, how many times have you been on eBay Live now?
Twice. This will be my third one.
And how you happy with it? Pleased with it? You see.
Oh, they're a sponsor. It's the greatest platform ever. See what I did there? A little wit for you there, Jay. Keep up, sweetheart. I think it's awesome. Yeah, it's very much in the beta still. So I'm just doing singles, but so far it's been killing it for us. We have a really big audience. It's been awesome. Yep.
All right. So Christian
shipping's miserable, by the way. I don't know how to use their shipping thing still because I'm stupid and I hate it.
Okay. All right. You'll learn. You'll get on it. You'll find a rhythm.
Improve it.
So I don't want my take because you already know my take. So let's ask you. Yeah, should I invest in Jackson Holiday or Ellie Dela Cruz? I mean, you know what I think. It's all hype right now. And
well, let me again give me the context. Christian, what is the play? If you bought a Jackson Holiday today, what is the reason? Like, what is your plan with it? If Christian can answer me the question for both those guys, what's the play?
So I would assume you say if it's get rid of it soon or hold long, it's one of those options, or are there more plays?
Yeah, like I would just say this, like if your play is I want to buy one of these guys to hold long term, I just assume based on the numbers, every player is going to have a very average or subpar career, right? Not everybody's a Hall of Famer. There's a reason. Those two obviously look very, very good. They're also kids. And Ellie's not in the same, I mean, Jackson's not in Ellie's class yet. But if you were telling me, hey, I want to buy, like I wouldn't buy Jackson Holiday now for any reason. Even if you're holding them long term, I would keep him, just wait to buy him in the offseason. The Reds, I think, are still in the playoff hunt, aren't they? Maybe.
Everybody stays in the playoff hunt.
Yeah, I haven't been following the. So but the reason I say that though is if you're telling me, hey, I'm buying Ellie because I think they're going to get hot and go on a run and they're going to win a playoff series and it's going to double in the next 2 months. Great. Okay, Jake M says they're pretty much out of it. Then no, I would wait. If they're out of it,
he says hold long term. Christian said he wants to hold it long term.
Wait on Jackson till the offseason and wait on Ellie for the offseason.
Or wait 5 years and buy him then. That's my take.
So see, here's the only pushback there, and financially it might not make sense. But the other piece to this is, and everybody always says, oh, it's not a hobby anymore. I like having cards though. I enjoy, like I go through my cards like a nerd. I don't care. I do. I think most people do. So if I want the card, some of it is I want the card now because I'm going to enjoy having the piece. It's a conversation piece. I have it, whatever. So I like that. So like in his case, Christian, I'm not saying wait 5 years because you're not going to have the card for 5 years. But I would say, yeah, wait till the offseason and then see what they do. And then even if Jackson Holiday tanks, okay, but you have the card you want, you're holding it long term. Cool.
Gio, we're on here 2 hours and 15 minutes. You got anything more?
I try to give the people what they want. I like it. We got a good debate going. I think you got to be quicker with the trigger on the guests. Once they're just hanging out. Yeah, I think once they're just hanging out, we got to keep it moving.
Fair. Yeah, it's all a learning experience.
I had fun. I don't care. And
I had a blast.
That's what I want. I would like some of the guys in the comments who were critics to come on and make so we can have the conversation.
That's what I want too.
But I told you privately that would never happen. Guys who run their mouth will never come on. But no, I like this. We could do this on a couple times a month.
Yeah, at least once a month, and I'm down for a couple times. Yes. Oh, hey, Collector Charles sent us me 350. Sorry.
What do you
Gio.
mean me? I don't get any.
Oh, maybe you do. I don't know how that's actually. Maybe we
I'm
split
kid-
$1.75. Maybe we
I'm
each get
kidding.
$1.75.
What are we getting after the fees out of that? What's going on here?
Gio, it was a lot of fun.
I had fun. Yeah, I had a good time.
Thank you to the chat for staying.
That's it.
Or
Nothing
viewers.
else. We're not fighting anymore.
I thought I brought a lot.
You did. I thought you did a good job. Yeah, I just think that's the
appreciate
one
that.
thing. I do think next time we keep it moving with the guests. If they're not going to be controversial or like get into it, don't have them here to hang out. That's my favorite picture. Please send me that. Dude, that is an awesome picture.
That was from Dan the Card Man.
That was at my local card shop for Thursday. You know, it's crazy too. I'd never met these guys, never seen them, but they were coming to Nashville. They were originally supposed to meet me at the gym where we play basketball. They were late getting there, so they couldn't. You can imagine we have like a 40-year-old league. Those two dudes show up like this, and it would have been ridiculous. The kid's playing pro ball in China just shows up dunking on our heads. No
Did you
thanks.
play with them or no?
No, they couldn't make it, but they didn't tell me they played ball. I didn't know who they were until they stepped out of the car.
I mean, they're giant.
Yeah, 6'7", playing pro ball in China against a bunch of 40-year-olds who played high school ball 20 years ago. Doesn't end well for us.
I
Not
want to
at
get
all.
on your podcast. How do we make that work with the time? What time do you guys go? What time does
Noon
your
Eastern.
podcast run?
12
For
Eastern.
1 hour?
Yeah, hour and a half, yep.
I mean, if I stepped away from the classroom and called in, I'd love to do that.
Okay. I'll tell you right now, if you come with that weak crap to my questions and you do your little circular non-answer answers, I'm throwing you off, but you are welcome to come on there.
It's funny though. I don't see I'm doing that. So
Okay.
I'm going to have to analyze my thinking and come with better stuff.
And
you
I
have no
told you-
response when I say something like Kyler Murray. You do the same thing. The Kyler Murray from
Go ahead.
45
No.
to 46 to 17.
Hang on. Let's illustrate. Go ahead and say something, and I'll show you a non-response as you just called it. Please.
Okay,
stick
the
around for
Kyler
5
Murray in 2021 sells for 45 grand.
Mhm.
It sells for 4,600 in 2024. In
Yep.
2025, it sells for 700. And he's a successful quarterback for the most part.
What? There's no playoff wins. and a
He's
losing
not
record.
Michael Penix. He's not Kenny Pickett. He's not Anthony Richardson. He's not who's the guy from the Giants that went to the Colts. I mean, he owns a team. That's their franchise quarterback. There's only so many of those guys in the league.
That's a terrible take, but okay, I'll overlook. So what's the question?
What? Do you watch
He's a-
football?
You think Kyler Murray's a franchise quarterback?
He has been. They've committed that. He's been there how long?
Oh, he's gotten paid like one. He's not a franchise quarterback.
I mean, they move on from quarterbacks quickly. He is their franchise quarterback.
He's not in the top 15.
I would challenge that. He's right on the cusp. He's right there.
Okay, so he's on the cusp of the top 15. You think that's a franchise quarter? Doesn't matter. What's your point?
There's
though,
not that
please?
many franchise quarterbacks in the league. They fall off. My point is the card went from 45 to 45,000 to just last year 4,500 and now 700. No one's addressing the point that all these cards go down. You guys you move on from it.
Sure, we address the point, but we don't over dramatize the point like you just did. All the cards go down. Look at Aaron Judge cards. Look at Ohtani.
Now you're just coming back with some hate.
With some facts,
You're not answering it.
Sure, I'm agreeing with you. He has played. I think he's been garbage, and that's why he's come down. Also, everything that comes out high drops down. Correct. Professor needs to narrow.
Yeah, I need to frame my arguments better. Yeah, watch the videos. Watch the videos. This is how I mean.
Unicorn, though,
I got a million things going on right now.
I see. I don't agree with his criticism of you, and I don't like this. Like his less condescending and ignorance on subjects. You don't agree with me, so it's ignorant. That's a lazy.
I think he's talking about me though.
No, that second part's about me, and it's lazy.
Where'd it go? Let me.
But I don't disagree, by the way. Yeah, Kyler Murray is a terrible.
Oh yeah, it is.
He's a terrible investment. I don't disagree there.
But so many. You're missing.
Okay, let me ask you this.
There's not many quarterbacks.
There's a lot who don't perform well. There's a reason I'm selling the Michael Penix. I agree with everything you said that a lot of these guys will come out and drop dramatically. So what?
Not so what? Then how does it hold if nothing's going to hold value?
Because some things do.
What are we doing?
It's not nothing. Again, look at Josh Allen right now. Look at Patrick Mahomes.
You picked the MVP. The guy you picked. There's 3 quarterbacks. Look at Joe Burrow. Look at Jalen Hurts.
I could do the same thing. By the way, Jalen Hurts is not up. Jalen Hurts is down right now since the start.
Yeah, Jordan Love is more. It makes no sense.
Sure, but I mean, I would say that about look at 50s baseball. You know how many great 50s players have no value today? I'm not. That's just the way it is. I'm not saying
But
it's
a lot
right,
of the
wrong, or
50s
indifferent.
baseball players do, there is a weird niche for that vintage baseball. I would agree with you
Sure.
on vintage football. If you could say that for 50, I'll be nitpicky. I do think there's a
And
weird market
basketball,
for
there's a
50s
weird,
baseball.
and even basketball, dude. Basketball, football, there's not a great.
I agree.
I just. So what do you want me to say? Everything goes to zero? No, but a lot of guys who come out hyped. Kyler Murray was also the #1 pick. Do you think he has played up to the expectation of a #1 overall pick?
Better than some.
Nope.
I mean, he's probably going to have a better career than Caleb Williams and
Caleb Williams was another #1 pick. So again, my question, and
Trevor
by the way,
Lawrence.
okay, that's a great comp. Trevor Lawrence has won playoff games. Who would you rather have right now if you're starting a franchise?
I'm pretty sure Kyler Murray won a playoff game.
I could be wrong. I don't think that's happened.
Let's see
Kyler
where they
Murray's
got him
also
ranked.
missed
Number
significant-
9. Number 9.
On what?
Fantasy rankings this year.
Oh, it's fantasy, so it must be correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
who
you're
would
right.
you rather have?
CJ Stroud, right there,
JJ
number 9.
McCarthy or Kyler Murray?
Kyler.
Tua or Kyler Murray?
Neither one of them stay healthy. Tua's been better when he's healthy.
Dak Prescott, Kyler Murray.
Dak, I don't think he's great, but he's better, and he's won playoff games.
I don't agree that he's better. He's had so much more talent around him.
Okay.
I don't agree that he's better. I would rather have Justin Herbert than Kyler Murray.
And you'd rather have CJ Stroud. That's not even a question.
Yeah,
That's how I know. By the way, that's how I know this list
hoping.
is. That's how I know this list is stupid. CJ Stroud is
It's
19.
ESPN.
Yeah, morons.
He had
By
a
the way,
bad year, and I think his number 1 receiver is out for the year.
Look at who number 18
They lost
is, by the way.
Stephon Diggs.
You wouldn't take Jordan Love right now. Jordan Love, when he's healthy, has played great. He missed time last year. Jordan Love was phenomenal.
Love
the year
his
before.
receivers either. You need someone who's to show me they could catch the ball.
He didn't have anybody 2 years ago when they pulled off a great upset.
Also, they're a little run heavy with. I do think he's a good quarterback. I'm not.
I also
he's
think
a tale of two cities. Sometimes he's good. Sometimes he's really bad.
I also think I would take Bryce Young based on the last 10 weeks of last season. I don't think he's great.
He made a little, but we never know. But I kind of agree. Brock Purdy's way too high on this list.
Again, when healthy, Brock Purdy has led that team in the playoffs. He's had a lot of talent.
Yeah, but Debo's gone now. Ayuk's hurt, I believe. What about Justin Fields? Justin Fields or Murray?
Total toss-up. This year, I think they're both very average. I think Fields has a better team around him. I take Fields. Yeah, what is again? You're fantasizing Kyler Murray like
Kyler Murray is a better quarterback than Justin Fields.
Maybe. I think Fields has a lot more talent around him in New York.
I'm not fantasizing. You wouldn't even say he was in the top 15. They got him number 9.
In fantasy. Again, I'm talking real.
I mean, what do you want?
Well, look, go to the top of that list. Let's see the top of this list.
Lamar?
Hang on. You take 5 people in the league over Mahomes going into the next season in real life?
No, Mahomes will be number 1 in real life.
Correct. That's how I know this is a fantasy list and not real life.
It still has some merit.
Does it? The number 1 pick in fantasy this year unanimously is Jamar Chase. Is he the number 1 pick in football?
I just did quarterbacks. I just went over quarterbacks.
I'm just saying fantasy doesn't equate to the real world.
Jamar Chase is so good.
I'm not saying he isn't. You would never take anybody but a quarterback to start your team. You take 20.
Oh yeah, but fantasy doesn't work that way. I play in 2 quarterback leagues.
Up. You just made the point. Fantasy doesn't work.
I play 2 quarterback leagues, which has more logic.
Fantasy doesn't work that way. It's not real.
Kyler Murray's still a top 15 quarterback in the NFL, and he still had the job for 6-7 years. A lot of quarterbacks don't get that opportunity.
Okay, and a lot of quarterbacks stink. Like, I don't know what your point is. I agree with your point.
The point is, a lot of those cards are going to go down. No
question. I don't disagree. No one disagrees. The other thing, though, too, where again you're kind of vague and dramatic.
Oh,
it sold for 46, and then it sold for this. It sold like 3 or 4 times. Overall, it has gone down, but not one person bought that and sold it.
I know, but someone held a silver card. I mean, we're looking at the big cards. There's other cards too.
Sure. I just mean facts are interesting. I like facts.
Yeah, it's a fact that Mike Trout card sold for $4 million, and today it would sell for under $1 million.
And it's also a fact that if Trout had 2 rebound years and played great and finally won a World Series, the card would be back up to $4 million.
Yeah, but that shit ain't happening.
Okay, maybe not.
With the Angels, dead last.
Yeah, I mean the Angels are terrible.
I got nothing, Gio. We did 2.5 hours.
I like it. I think Trout, by the way, long term is way overrated. Even still,
you've been saying that for a long time. Even when I was big on Trout because he doesn't have many rookie cards. They're low pop. He doesn't have. I like those years.
Here's my problem though. Trout has one of the greatest peaks of all time. Like that 5-year stretch, unbelievable. You could put that against anybody except for Barry Bonds. You cannot compare anybody to Barry Bonds. But in
Rocco, I agree. Sorry, I agree with Rocco. Sorry.
Here's the problem though with Trout, and people also often make the Griffey comparison, which is erroneous. Griffey has all-time great stats. Baseball, more than any other sport, is stat dependent for long-term success. Griffey is one of 9 guys with 600 home runs. He's one of 5 guys with 10 Gold Gloves. Trout doesn't have anything that in 20 years from now, if he retires
You're
with
not wrong.
402 home runs, I just think, yeah,
He was
yeah,
on
he had
pace to do it.
correct. But if he doesn't get back, it's a real issue. Just realize sometimes the villain owning the unlikable guy is entertaining as well. Oh, God, unicorns
Damn straight, it's entertaining.
Unicorn's insulting one of us. I don't know which because I'm stupid. That's okay. I like Unicorn engaging in the chat. He's got the number 3 on it. I don't know what that means, but it must mean he's is that a number 3 commenter? Is that what that means?
Oh,
If
maybe.
Griffey
I
Jr.
don't
did-
know.
If Griffey
No,
Jr.
I
didn't get-
don't think. Maybe tonight. Maybe just
Okay.
tonight.
If Griffey Jr. didn't get injured, he could have been the all-time home run king. Yeah, I mean the easiest
I don't
comparison.
know about that. Age
Maybe.
does catch up.
But he ended with 630. I mean, pretty good. I will tell you who I actually think
It's
would have been.
150 more home runs.
I tell you who I think would have been the guy is Ted Williams. You give Williams back 5 years in his prime, pretty ridiculous. Griffey is not the greatest of all time. He's my favorite all time. Barry Bonds. Here's a fun stat for you, Jay. You know how many?
And Barry Bonds is my guy, so I mean, music to my ears, no
Oh,
problem.
okay. I hate Bonds. I was a Griffey guy. You know,
I mean,
how
I
many,
understand. I grew up in the Bay, you know.
you know how
so-
many MVPs Bonds has?
I think 6. Am I wrong?
7.
7.
You know what number 2 is on the list? How many they have?
I would say 4.
3. Otani's about to be the second player ever to get more than 3 MVPs because he's winning this year. It's already done.
Wait, who has the 3?
Mantle, Pujols is like 6 guys or something.
Okay.
But only that's insane. Talk about an all-time great stat. Bonds has more than double what the number 2 guy in that category has. That's nuts. I hate Bonds. All-time greatest player. Not close.
Unfortunately,
do
steroids
everything.
ruins our whole era growing
Sure.
up.
I think they should all be in. I just assume everybody cheated because so many did.
Baseball just made the player. They let the players take the fall.
Yep. I just think if I'm going to say everybody use steroids, then it's an even playing field. Who are the best? That's in my head. Pujols have a better 5-year stretch than Bonds. And no, Bonds won 5 MVPs and or he won like 3 or 4 MVPs. It was number 1 or 2 in like 5-6 seasons in a row. I don't think you can argue. Yeah. Griffey maybe because of the defensive greatness, but Griffey also only has 1 MVP. So I don't even if he's
At
not
what
injured.
point is it Otani's the best player we ever saw?
It's gonna get close, dude. 4 MVPs in 5 years.
Just pitching and hitting is incredible.
And his hitting's unbelievable. And he's got
His hitting is I have him in fantasy. He's number 2 overall.
Yeah, and he's got a championship now. He may win another one this year. He's
Him
getting another
striking out Trout in that USA game. I mean, that's huge.
dude. I always say, what is the most memorable Trout highlight? It's that. Dude, what other memorable Trout highlight can you think of? If I said gun to your head, what
That's
is
it. You're not wrong.
That's crazy. Yep.
And it would have changed the way
Could've.
we view him too if he wins that game for them.
Could have. Yep. Mantle's another great example. JJ brings up Mantle. Yeah, if he took it serious, Mantle was more interested in partying and drinking. Mantle didn't do anything better than Bonds, and Bonds did it longer. Griffey doesn't have the best thing, though.
Speaking of all-time greats, I'm going to move to basketball. Something weird's going on. I'm going to do a video on this soon. You know, I do think a lot of cards go down. You're going to fight me on that, whatever. But
No,
Jordan
cards.
I'm
not fighting you, by the way.
I don't know if NBA, everyone got scared off NBA. And so they're starting to trend back up in fairness, but the Jordan stuff is doing something a little weird. I'm going to point it out in charts, but like all his stuff is climbing at a point where it's getting almost on the chart where it is getting close to COVID. I mean, it's not there, but it's really spiking.
Yeah. So I've just sold 2 big Jordan rookies in the last 2 weeks, and I'm selling the 8.5. I sold my 9.5 a couple weeks ago for 27.5, which was high. We gave the guy like $1,000 worth of cards with it, but that card peaked out at 65 grand because that's what I paid. I paid 65,000, sold it for 27.5. So his rookie stuff is not up. His rare stuff, though.
No, it is. We could look right now. Every low grade, because Jeff Wilson and his thing kind of tried to say.
I thought you said high grade.
Low. Every PSA 3, PSA 4, PSA 5. They're all trending way up.
Interesting.
And then, yes, I think there was like some big auction that Jeremy and those guys were covering, and a lot of stuff went for record value if it was Jordan. So I don't know. I just find it. Yeah, I do find it interesting that Jordan stuff is climbing.
I tell you what scares me about Jordan. It doesn't scare me, but I do wonder what happens if Jordan ever left Upper Deck like LeBron did and came over and signed a bunch of stuff. Like the mystique of Jordan.
Oh, he's not. I don't think. Well, he's gonna. He feels like he's not the type of guy that's gonna just sign a bunch of stuff. I mean, maybe I'm assuming.
I hope not, because like that would really crush. Yes, you're totally wrong there. I knew you were way off. Look at 2021 and look at 2025.
This is trending. Most charts. I study a lot of charts. Most charts do not look at the last 2 years. This card is just trending slowly, very healthily.
See,
2 years ago it was 46. Today,
dude,
it's 67.
I don't want to keep picking on you, but you just said they're getting to COVID price. Go back to 2021.
The chart looks different than every other card I look at.
That's fine. It's not going back to COVID. Look at COVID.
Look at that. But just look at the chart. If it continues to climb, it's on trajectory to keep going up.
What's the price on the all-time high during COVID of that card?
Yeah, crazy. I mean, but I'm just saying this chart. No, I mean fair. Almost $8,000, but that's the peak. It's a different chart than most.
Bobby makes an interesting point. I think a lot of guys have the mentality me and you have been talking about. Hey, I want the greats all time, and they can't afford a PSA 8 or whatever.
Of course, that's me.
But that card is $4,000. It's still expensive, but a lot more guys can afford a PSA 4. Drives demand, sure.
It's just, but also the Jordans, like, okay, there's only 464 in a 2, but in a 6, I mean, there's a couple thousand, almost 3,000. It's not exactly rare.
And look at all the grades. There's thousands of every grade up until, I think, is it 8 is the first one that doesn't have that has under 2,000. Can you look at the pop of an 8? A PSA 8?
But just to give me, I mean, it is different. I look at a lot of charts. It's a much different chart than a lot of players.
Go back up. Look at the.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. Oh, almost 10,000. 9,130.
Is it 9 then? Maybe it's a 9. That's crazy.
A 9 must be very low, and this is $10,000. A 9 is going to skyrocket in price.
Yeah, 9's about 20 grand. 25 maybe, right?
Yep. And they're still 3,000.
That's crazy. And a 10 is what, 150 right now?
But when you go to that 300? That star card's so rare. I think there's less than 400 total graded.
Yeah, I don't get the star card thing. But it's just me.
Oh, see, I'm an NBA head. I like star cards.
Do you? Yeah, I don't dislike them. I hate this thing. It's like, well, that's a real rookie. I was like, I don't care.
Oh, yeah, I don't care about the real rookie. I just like it because I'm a pop count guy and they're very rare.
You want to hear one of the most you're going to hate this because it was a good story for me and I made money. Your chat's going to hate this too. Me and Eddie turned me on to a buyer. He's like, hey, this guy's got a PSA 9 Jordan rookie. He needs to sell it today for cash. We bought it for $50,000. And before I had the card in hand, we sold it for $72,000.
Say the numbers one more time. You bought it for what and sold it for what?
50. Started reaching out to people I knew. We're like, hey, we got this card coming in. It's being overnighted. We had it sold. This was during the craze. I'm talking 2021. That card sold for $72,000. So even the Jordan stuff, $72,000, they're a third of that now. COVID was wild. I don't say that to brag. I know stupid commenters. I'm saying it's just even Jordan. COVID was a different animal.
Yes, that's fair. 100%. Cannot deny that. But on your podcast, you're mentioning how this could bring in people and make it bigger and we can start seeing COVID-like stuff. I don't really agree, but
I do. I think we'll see a ton of people come into the hobby because the hobby's been, like you just showed, a lot of the charts like that or stuff like all-time greats are up, which is how COVID started. And then it led to a ton of people really starting to speculate who's next. And then big industry money came in. And so that's where I start to wonder.
I could agree with you on big industry money. Maybe that's a thing. But
you can agree with me on
a lot of people got free money. A lot of people were sitting at home. So that's a part of COVID that's not happening anymore.
Hang on. The free money thing's fake. People got $600 and they were spending $10,000.
Well, $1,200. I bought the Kareem rookie with that $1,200.
You bought one card. That didn't spike a market. Like, that's what I mean. I just think we could potentially see another real bubble like that. Not as dramatic because I think enough people have learned don't be stupid. But I'll tell you right now, if stuff does that, I'll hold a handful of cards I can't replace. I'll sell everything else. Same with my properties, real estate. If real estate spikes in Nashville, gone. And I'll buy it again when the bubble bursts. Like, everybody wants to argue and fight about trends. Just make your money in the trends and then buy your stuff back. If it's going to happen anyways, you might as well profit from it. I guess that's...
Do you have to be someone that's willing to sell stuff in the hobby? That's what, I mean, you're leaning towards a little?
Yeah, because a lot of people won't sell anything. Don't get me wrong, there's a number of things I would never sell, even if stuff randomly spiked. Something happens with my kid, my family, whatever, and I get destitute, everything gets sold. Otherwise, there's a ton of stuff I just will never sell because I don't care what the value goes to.
Will you look at this chart? So this is the Beam Team card from 92.
Great insert. Stadium Club, yeah.
Love it. Look at that's COVID price.
It's also one sale. What's the sale before that? But you're not wrong.
Look at this. I mean, it's fine.
Right, take it easy, sweetheart. I'm agreeing with you. Stop yelling.
It's only Jordan, though. I mean, nobody else looks. If you look at the Tom Brady stuff, it doesn't look like that. If you look at a lot of the Kobe stuff, it doesn't look like that.
I tell you what, I did look at though, because I have a PSA 9 Walter Payton rookie going on sale tomorrow night. That thing's up about $1,000 in the last 6-8 months. Like that's actually all time great.
What was it? I'm sorry.
So it's a 1976 or 7. I think it's 76 Walter Payton PSA 9 rookie. That card was $4,000 for a while. It's up $5,000-$6,000 now. So there's definitely movement there. The Brady Bowman stuff is climbing back from where it was. Not COVID stuff, but coming back. So
we did 2.5 hours, bro. It was awesome.
We're killing it. All right, I'm going to bed.
Yep, it was really good talk. Gio, let's do it again for sure at some point towards the end of September or sooner.
I like it.
All right, man. Have a good night, Gio.
Cool.
Thanks for stopping by, guys.
Yeah, thanks to the chat. I'm glad they actually came and hung out. It was fun.
It was fun.
All right.
Have a good night, everyone. Gonna call it here.
Bye.
Bye, Gio.